Smith is alongside. Great to see you. Good to see you. Hey, you know Philly quite well. Saquon and that city have been an incredible marriage.
Sensational performance. He put on an absolute show, and he's really been doing it since he arrived in Philadelphia. It's such a difference when you're playing with a team, ain't it? Such a difference when you're playing with a team. I'm just saying. He put on a show, and he's feeling it. He's the top, as far as I'm concerned, he's the top candidate for league MVP, honest.
I was curious. We were traveling while First Take was on. I mean, those letters should be next to his name in that conversation. Yeah. It's not just
without
quarterback award.
Without question. Look at how Jalen Hurts has elevated because of him. Look at how A.J. Brown was interviewed post-game last night, and he said, hey, this man has taken opportunities away from us, and we're happy about it. No. When have you heard a receiver say that? Ever.
And when they get to the 1 yard line, he's not scoring touchdowns because, of course, we got the brotherly stuff. So I think the man's numbers are ridiculous. We understand that. Back to tonight. We got a little time to discuss who we think wins this football game. We got two really good teams. Baltimore swag. You can't have another loss, man. I feel like this is a gotta-have-it night for them. Am I overstating that?
I don't think they will have another loss. I talked about it all show. This team responds to losses, and then they come out and drug teams that we think are good in the NFL. If the Chargers win this game, I'd be shocked, Scott. And the reason they would win it is because Justin Herbert outperforms Lamar Jackson, and I ain't comfortable with ever saying that.
Games are brought to you by Etsy, so that's a Baltimore pick for you.
Yes, sir.
Jason?
I'm going Baltimore as well. Although I think the Chargers are playing great right now. Jesse Minter and that defense have been lights out. But, yeah, Lamar Jackson Monday night, I don't think you can go against that.
Stephen, I don't know. We have a graphic if you're prepared to make a pick for you.
It's very simple for me. I can barely hear you, but it's all right. It's television. I got the Baltimore Ravens. They're undefeated when Derrick Henry runs for more than 90 yards. I know Justin Tucker's been struggling with his field goal shooters kicking compared to what he used to be. They're the league leaders in penalties and penalty yards, but I think you cut back on that tonight. You give the ball to Derrick Henry. You use Jim Harbaugh's own strategy, at least early in the season, against them. John Harbaugh, you run the football all day, every day to Derrick Henry. That's how the Ravens.
I'll be honest, I have the Ravens. I don't feel great about it. I feel like the Chargers understand what tonight means. And they also know this could be a coming out party for Justin Herbert. So all the people in the world who don't know how good this kid is, they can find out tonight against a very suspect secondary of the Baltimore Ravens.
And this is where I'm supposed to pick the other side, save the graphic and all that. But listen, Lamar under the bright lights of Monday Night Football, no one has been better. 20 touchdowns, no picks. An awful loss, this man bounces back. His Baltimore Raven team bounces back. If they have Super Bowl aspirations, this is a game they have got to win. You can't leave here with a fifth loss. And that's why I think we are all aligned here.
Can I ask Stephen a question?
Of course.
Where you sitting tonight, Stephen A? Where you going to sit tonight? You said you got to the stands?
No.
Who you with?
I'm in the owner's.
Those shoes are sitting in the stand.
Hell no.
On behalf of everybody, Stephen, great to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at halftime. We'll see you for Sports Center when this is done. After the game, enjoy Thanksgiving.
Friendly design.
Hello, everybody in chat. What's up? Clavid, Robert, Drunken Charge. What's going on, my man? PBR in the house. Torin. Torin, I wanted to ask you, as I say, what was your favorite basketball team? I know you told me, and I forgot. I was planning on starting to do some NBA though, because I've been doing it for betting. So, hey, why the hell not? When I'm not at the casino betting on that, I want to be watching the games and figuring out what's going on, keeping track of things, and shoot, why not stream some games, right? All right, 10 up in the chat already. Feel free, hit that like button and that share button. If you hit that subscribe button, you're going to join the greatest, most interactive community on sports YouTube. We got the San Diego Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens tonight. Now, the Ravens are 3-point favorites. Chargers are hosting, and these two teams, they're both in tough divisions. But if the playoffs were to start today, these guys are tied for the first wild card spot. So this is definitely a game with big playoff implications. Baltimore Ravens sitting just a game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers after losing last week. Chargers, same record, but they got the Chiefs leading their division, so they're sitting about 3 games back, which when it's the Chiefs, I mean, only 3 games back is doing pretty damn good. Of course, we got 2-time NFL MVP quarterback Lamar Jackson taking on the young Justin Herbert, who has just been completely on fire. Another guy that could get some MVP votes this year on the same team as Lamar Jackson. You got Derrick Henry. He has been tearing it up. Him and Saquon Barkley basically been going back and forth for number 1 and number 2 backs in the league. I think Saquon is quite a ways ahead for number 1, but I think Derrick Henry is right behind him at number 2. What's up, Robert? Fights of friends, family, cheers. Ravens by 4, take the over. The over, I think the over was like 50.5. I want to say the over was 50.5. Let me look at this though. I mean, it was pretty freaking high. Bring this up on the old DraftKings. Yeah, Ravens 3 points straight. The over under 51 points. I would just stay away from that personally. So if you take the 3 points on the Ravens, it's minus 110, which means you got to put up $110 to win 100. If you want the Chargers, you're going to get 3 points. You're still going to put up 110 to get 100. If you want the Ravens on the money line, which is my suggestion, you're going to put, it's minus 166. You're going to put up 166 to win 100. I know you're putting up more money, but there is no sicker feeling than your team winning the game, but not by enough. I hate giving points. Chargers plus 140 on the money line. If I was going to take the Chargers, I would take the 3 points at minus 110 over the plus 140 because I'm going to play it on the other side. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit more money. You're going to get 140 for every 100 you bet on the Chargers. You got to bet 110 to get 100 with the 3 points. But if the Chargers lose by 1, 2, or 3, you're going to be pissed. So 3 points, it'd be nice if it was 3.5, but it is 3 points. So if you take the 3 on the Chargers, you win. If they win, you win. If they lose by 1 or 2, you still win. If they lose by 3, at least you don't lose anything. It's a draw bet, and you get your money back. We lost last game. Schmidt, yeah, you would take Ravens to win. Nah, no, I agree. Ravens to win. Minus 166. This is one of those, Brian, I would be tempted to take the Ravens and give the 3 points. I do think the Ravens are going to win by more than 3. But they've had some games lately to where they haven't been scoring a ton of points. So I could hypothetically see them winning by a field goal too at the end of the game. Gonna bash on Chargers, Brian. Yo, Daniel Berry. Brian says I did. Phil D, beers and cheers. What's up, my man? And we got the Mr. PBR in here, so let's start. I got some PBR right here for y'all. The work day is over for most of you. I am on Instagram, Torin. I need to be more active on it, but yeah, under Seattle Mike Fights of Friends, I am on there. All right, pop goes to the top. We pour these booze and we drink these booze because they are yummy. Down the hola, bitcholas. That was not a solid pour. That was too much head. I'll give myself a C- on that pour. We'll try to do better on the next one. More PBR is always good. Yes, Molson Golds tonight. You got a good taste in beer, Phil. I like the Molsons. You're often hitting the kokanee over there. Lamar got to make up for losing the Steelers. Right? Yeah, no, I think they will. I think he's going to come out heated up. You got a Derrick Henry that's also, I think, going to be heated up. They are going to face a hot-handed Justin Herbert. No, that was not supposed to happen at all, though, Brian. Absolutely not. I don't know who everybody's favorite teams are, but congratulations to the winners. Better luck next week to the losers. And holy Jesus, the Cowboys won this last week. I did not think they were going to win for a minute. They were looking absolutely horrible. Just so many injuries. And they did it. Let's go over this last week real quickly. Of course, we were just talking about the Browns. We're talking about the Steelers. Browns beat the Steelers. That's going to help Baltimore a little bit, of course, 24-19. Buccaneers just spanked the New York Giants. Who's your daddy? Take it! Buccaneers 30, Giants 7. Kansas City Chiefs in, just another ass clincher. I mean, anybody who was betting on this game was like, your cheeks were clenched till the end. 30-27. Kansas City Chiefs. As I mentioned, Dallas Cowboys pulling off the upset. Just about anybody they beat at this point is an upset. Defeated the Washington Commanders. And a big point spread here. Beat them by 8 points, 34-26. Dolphins. So you could have, if you would have taken the points, of course, you win. If you don't, you got the money line and you made some good underdog money. Dolphins spanked the Patriots 34-15. Titans over the Texans 32-27. Detroit Lions, man, they've been in a scoring surge and they've been giving up very little points the last few weeks. Defeated the Colts 24-6. Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. They've been in so many close games this year. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they win almost every single one of them. They're 9-2, and they're one of the best teams to bet on. Because right now, I'm telling you, wait till they go down. They're almost always going to become an underdog for just a minute. Then you're going to put your money down when they become the underdog. And then they're going to come back like they did this last week in overtime. against the Bears. I know it doesn't sound like a sound strategy, but they've been doing it week after week. The Denver Broncos just stomping out the Las Vegas Raiders. And you know what? Screw the Raiders. Screw Las Vegas, because to steal that team from Oakland, no pity there. 29-19. Billy's Broncos beating up on the Raiders. Green Bay Packers, man, they beat the 49ers like prime Brett Favre was in there, 38-10, like some old school stuff. Of course, my Seattle Seahawks besting the Arizona Cardinals, 16-6, scoring a defensive touchdown. Of course, when I benched their defense on my fantasy team, that's when it would happen. And then, Rob, your Philadelphia Eagles, I was watching that last night. Hell of a game, and Saquon Barkley won my fantasy week for me, 74 points, and they defeated the Los Angeles Rams 37-20. Ravens and Celtics, says Robert Easley. Let's go. All right, I will do some Celtics NBA because I like watching them this year too. Watch the Peyton and Eli hosts for game. They got Bill Belichick too. Yeah, I turned it on for a minute. It was interesting listening to Peyton talking about playing against his brother, and he's like, "No, I never liked it." Because I can't imagine what the Harbaugh brothers, they coached against each other, brothers in the Super Bowl. He says, I'm glad it was only regular season. He says, because, I'm always rooting for my brother. I don't want to beat him. So I thought that was telling. Right. Chiefs are playing around too much. That's why they lost the frickin' Bills. Bills are really good this year. Honestly, I think the Bills are better than the Chiefs. Screw the Raidettes. Go Hawks. Yes, go Hawks. And Geno Smith. I started thinking about this today, Brian, and I was like, I was always a big Brett Favre fan, even though I wasn't a Packers fan per se. I respect the history, everything that goes through there. Lambeau Field and their fans. I think they're great, but I just loved watching the carefree play of Brett Favre, and he might throw 3 interceptions and 4 touchdowns and win the game. I just figured out I've been hating on Geno Smith for a while. Why am I hating on him? He's Brett Favre. He's going to get you the touchdowns. Every week he's going to get you the yards. He's going to get you the touchdowns. He's probably going to throw an interception or 2. He might fumble the ball. He's definitely going to get sacked. Some of that's not his fault with that offensive line. What is this new? Oh, is this Chris Stapleton for the new Monday Night Football song? Okay, I'll go with that. I was just going to say I hate that they'd gotten rid of Hank Williams Jr. Still not happy about it, but I think that's Chris Stapleton. He's definitely one of my favorites. Yes, go Hawks. Who's everybody got tonight? Let's put up a quick-ass poll because I should have put this up before. But I have a feeling how this is going to go, but maybe you guys will surprise me. Oh, we're coming up to kickoff here any second, right? The Chargers British flag. That is interesting. Somebody's got a British flag with the Chargers on it. All right, and there is the kickoff. I didn't think the kickoff was till 5:25. Ravens kickoff to the Chargers, and they down it in the end zone. So Justin Herbert will take over 13 passing TDs this season. Just 1 interception for Mr. Herbert. 246 straight attempts without an interception. Tells me he's due one. Tells me he's due. All right, I'm not going to put this poll up for long because I said the game's already going. But Chargers will start with the ball here. And Herbert's going to hand it off. And Baltimore defense all over it. That might be for a loss. As JK Dobbins, 5 rushing TDs in the last 4 games. Chargers 22 points per game, 18th in the NFL. Their defense has done a lot for them this year. Chargers, in the past, they've been kind of known as a soft team, especially with their defenses. Not the case this year. 2nd and 10. And Herbert back. They fake the handoff. He finds a receiver. That's number 15. That's going to be good for a first down and more. 17 yards for McConkey. Hey, Phil, look, it's Conkey. I know Phil will get that one. Get Conkey. Get him. He's an evil bastard. All you trailer park boys will get that. We're just going to call him Conkey. That's Bubbles' imaginary friend. His doll. And down the middle, there's JK. He's not just kidding for about 4 yards. Defensive coordinator Zach Orr for the Ravens, 24.6 points allowed per game. That's 24th in the NFL, allowing 284 passing yards per game. That is worst in the NFL. They got a major injury on the defense. Linebacker Robert Smith inactive. Ravens in the past, of course, usually known for their defense. Not this year. And there's a run and another first down for these Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, I dropped Noah Fant and running back for Hawks off my fantasy team because they were questionable. Then they come back and have a great game. Oh, are you the one with Kenneth Walker III? Are you on our league, Brian? Are you in a different league? I was trying to think, what is your team? All right, 1st and 10. Herbert back, buys some time. He's going to run it and slide for about 5. Nobody open, so not a bad play there for him. Jerky boys are funny as hell. No, I wasn't talking about the Jerky boys. I was talking about the Trailer Park boys. But yeah, Jerky boys were good too. Just checking that on the volume there, making sure we're getting no reverb or anything. No, in another league. And there is another run. Yeah, you got to jump on it. Our league filled really quickly this year. I know there were people that wanted to play. We just took a limited amount of teams this year. It was pretty much on an invite-only basis. If you want to be in there next year, though, let me know now, and you'll get. I'll get you an invite. Greg Roman, first season as Chargers offensive coordinator. And this offense has done a bang-up job for San Diego. Herbert fakes the handoff again, and he's going to find a receiver inside the 10. That's Disley, number 81, Will Disley, and us Seahawk fans. You'll recognize him. He was with us last year. I think he was with us at the beginning of this year, I feel like. Will Disley, not a guy that's going to take over, but if you throw the ball to him, he gets open often. He's sneaky, and he rarely drops the ball. And there's a run by JK there for about 2 yards. JK Dobbins, first season with the Chargers, actually spent his first 4 seasons with the Ravens. All right, 2nd and goal here for San Diego. Who would have thought San Diego could be scoring this early? There's the snap. He's got time. He's going to run it, and Herbert's going to run it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego. So we're going to end the poll there at 100% for the Ravens. Since we got a score and the Ravens offense about to take the field, one of the highest powered offense in the league, maybe in the history of the league, but it's San Diego that puts points on the board first. And there is Lamar Jackson. He is ready to get in there and get some vengeance for his team and that porous Baltimore defense. And there it is. The extra point is good for San Diego. So 7-0 Chargers here early in San Diego. And that could create some opportunities for betting here, because what do you get? Okay, so we got the Ravens at minus 110 now. You can get even money on the money line. Remember, it opened at 166, minus 120 on the Chargers. But here's the play I like here. So right now, minus 120, 1.5 on the Ravens. It's only a 10-point difference. Money line's minus 110. With a 1.5 spread is minus 120. I think you'd be stupid not to take that plus that 1.5 for just 10 more points. I mean, that's just a no-brainer to me. And I got to put in a few bets. I want to share this with you guys, this new app I'm using. Okay, it's called Wager Lab. And what it does is it lets you practice gambling. So it gives you a little bit of money. There's a free account. You can start with 1,000 points. I would just treat it like $1,000. And you can bet just like you're betting in real life. Of course, you're not going to win anything. But it's a trainer, so you can see how you would have done for the week or the month before you put real money out there. Ravens does good against hard teams and loses to teams we shouldn't. Dude, that's my Hawks. We're supposed to lose to the Niners. And they're supposed to beat, God, pretty much every frickin' team we lost to. So see how this works. Ravens here. I don't want the money line. No, I want for the game. We want Ravens. It says neither side is favored at the moment. But damn, I want the money line. I want the points. For the whole game, not for a quarter. It's giving me like points for the quarter, all these different dumb bets. I just want my 1.5 points. Oh, see, they're only giving half a point now. DraftKings is given 1.5. Well, that's crappy. I mean, I'm still going to do it. Oh, 1.5. Even money taking 1.5. I'm good with that. Or taking half a point. Okay. I would have liked to get the 1.5 for 120, but that works. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5 for the Baltimore Ravens from their own 35. You're going to hand it off to the trained Derrick Henry, and he picks up about 6 yards for a first down. 8:55 left here in the first. Ravens offense 2nd in the NFL for points, 30.4 points per game. Derrick Henry leads the NFL in touchdowns with 13. And no major injuries on the Baltimore Ravens offense. So here we go, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson lining up. He's going to fake the run around to the outside and finds a receiver. That's number 15. That's Aguilar, but flag on the play.
Personal foul. Leg whip, number 42, offense.
Leg whip, 15-yard penalty. Oh, no. So not only does that erase a 17-yard gain, it gives you a 1st and 25. What a horrible penalty. Look at Rickard here. Oh, man, if you could challenge that, that is a ticky-tack call. 93 penalties for the Ravens, most in the NFL. I call absolute bullshit on that one, though. 1st and 25 here for Baltimore. That's almost criminal. That's horrible. And here comes Derrick Henry. He's going to run it for about 3, setting up 2nd and 22. Oh, no. Ravens done that all seasons, Robert. Man, just a horrible penalty. I wouldn't be upset with that guy right now. Because, like, I mean, a player touched his legs, his cleat, while he was down. I don't think he, purposely touched anybody with his leg or cleat. Lamar Jackson back under pressure, has to get rid of it quickly. He's going to dump it off for about a 5-yard gain. That's number 89, Andrews. So San Diego, 14.5 points per game allowed. Fewest in the NFL. I mean, just a couple of years ago, if I would have told you that the Chargers were going to have the number 1 ranked defense in the league, and Baltimore would have the number 1 ranked offense in the league, and one of the worst defenses, you would have looked at me like I was insane. Lamar Jackson back. He's got time. He's going to throw a ball and out of bounds, though. And that penalty really came back to haunt Baltimore. It's when you start on a 1st and 25, that's a big hole to dig yourself out of. And we're now looking at plus on the money line for Baltimore. Plus 110. The spread hasn't really caught up. The 1.5 on the spread for Baltimore still minus 125. And Baltimore punts it. This game not exactly going their way so far. That's going to go out of bounds, so about the 12-yard line. Everybody work today? Anybody off? Anybody off Thanksgiving week? I'm looking for more things to stream. You guys give me some ideas. I'm off for Thanksgiving week. Football this week, too. We got Thanksgiving on Thursday for all the football fans. You got a triple header starting at 9:30 in the morning. Then you got your middle game, and you got your Thursday night game. Then you got a Friday night game on Amazon Prime. And, of course, all of our Sunday games. So, tons of football this week. Chargers leading the Ravens here 7-0. What's everybody doing for Thanksgiving? Anybody going out of town, staying home? What's everybody's plans? I know my Hawks are not playing. I'll tell you, if any of the games that I would like to cover, it's the Packers. Packers on Thanksgiving. Something about that just feels special. But it's also around the time people are having dinner. So I definitely plan on streaming on Thanksgiving. You got the Detroit Lions, Cowboys, and Packers. For whatever reason, all those guys always play on Thanksgiving. So you got Bears and Lions on CBS at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. Then you got Giants at Cowboys, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. And then for the night game, you got the Dolphins in Green Bay against the Packers, 5:20 Pacific, 8:20 Eastern on Peacock. And that's an interesting one. That one's in Green Bay. Green Bay's 8-3. They're looking good. Dolphins 5-6 on the road. And the Packers, the Packers are only giving up 3 points. So that's interesting. And then the money line, minus 165 on the money line. That seems like a very good. That seems like a very good bet. Of course, Tagovailoa, however you say that, is back for Miami, which makes them a totally different team than they were in a lot of their losses. Oh, and speaking of losses, looks like that's going to be for a loss of yards here. 3-yard loss for the Chargers on their first down play. 2nd and 13. I'll be home with the wife and kids. Damn, I want some turkey. I want that turkey and that ham, brother. Turkey breast and a ham. And then the ham bone. That's the best part because you get the ham and bean soup the next day. Man, I'm gonna have to freeze the turkey too. I might do turkey noodle soup and bean and ham soup. All right, 2nd and 13 here for the Chargers. Herbert's going to fake it, turn around, and wow, apparently somebody didn't get the memo. Number 27, he fakes the handoff to his running back, then turns around and tries to pass it to him, and the running back had turned his back on him. Just kidding. JK lived up to his nickname there. Jim Harbaugh, 5th season as NFL coach and stellar record, 56-25. 2nd and 13 here for Herbert. Herbert back into the end zone, throws a bullet, and that's going to be a first down for about 15 yards. This guy is just so good. He's so accurate. Let's watch this again, number 15. And how did that guy get open? That's Conkey again. And there's a run for JK. He picks up about 6 there. Good old Conkey.
Oh, those were excellent negotiation tactics you used. Patrick Swayze.
That's not funny, Bubbles.
Oh, my Julian. My handsome Julian Patrick Swayze. You were so fucking...
God, I love that show. All right, 1st and 20 for the Chargers. Herbert, ball just about knocked out early. Finds a running back, JK, there once again.
I did not know this, so I just found this website.
Yeah, I'll be home with the wife and kids too. But yeah, I'm waiting for that turkey. I'm love some turkey and ham. And why not cook both? Like, both of them are on sale everywhere. You're gonna have sandwiches for days, and then, like I said, you're gonna make some soups, and then you got soup and sandwiches for the rest of the freaking week. And there's a chuck there to JK for about 3 yards. That's that old school toss, lateral toss. It is risky though. It's risky because when you throw that toss back, that lateral, if the running back drops it, I believe that's a fumble instead of a pass. So you better trust your running back to catch that. JK Dobbins, 4 rushes, 18 yards tonight, 11 yards receiving on 1 reception. 3rd and 5 here for Herbert and the Chargers. Ravens playing a bit of prevent here almost. Oh, and there's a hit at the line. He knocks it out, and no flags. What a hit from Wiggins. His first year in the league, and Wiggins, man, that is some old school smash mouth football. They need more of him. That's what I remember Ravens defense looking like. And there's a flag. Nothing's even happened. There's a flag. Refs look confused here. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. That's on Tuli Tupolato. However the hell you say that name. Huh. And there's a punt. And the Ravens will catch it about the 32. And there's another damn flag. What is up with the flags?
And as you said a couple of weeks ago, Roy, I mean, a foul's a foul.
They're out of control with the flags.
If it happens, they got to call it. There's no doubt. And we are, as I mentioned earlier, the Ravens are the most penalized. Chargers have had their share too already, but they are the most penalized team in the league.
Personal foul, number 2 of the return team for blocking an opponent out of bounds. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down. Damn,
15-yard penalty on Nate Wiggins. Man, that is. So there we go again. The Chargers Ravens, with another horrible start here. So does that mean they're going to be starting at 1st and 25 again? I mean, how the hell are you even supposed to get anything done? Starting off every drive with a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 25. That's disgusting. Let's look at some updated odds here, though. Ravens back to plus 100. Oh, but look at this. F that. 2.5 point spread. You're going to get minus 110. And, oh, it just switched to 1.5. Damn it. Well, if you'd have jumped on it. Let's see what... Oh, shoot. Come on. Submit wager, you dumb thing. Yes, Ravens plus 1.5. So on this Wager Labs too, you can bet with friends, fake money. Wager Lab, you just bet points, of course, but I mean it's still fun. You can see who's better at betting, who's better at calling games. I was thinking it'd be nice to do something like this for our channel, but I'm not seeing MMA as a sport on here. Let's see if maybe there's a search here. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is, so there's no betting on MMA yet. All season, I'm telling you, Robert. Yeah, man, that's horrible. That's horrible on the penalties there. You want to add just a little tang to your beer, guys? Get some of this cucumber limeade class. This is like a Mexican seasoning thing, but just a little bit of this, like in your beer, really adds something to it. Oh man, that's delicious. Probably only needed one squirt though. Honestly, it's really strong. Add it to your water, ice water or whatever. 0 calories. I don't think there's any like artificial bullshit in here either. Oh, there is sucralose, so never mind. I lied. All right, 2nd and 5 here for the Ravens. 2:20 left in the first. Jackson back, overthrows his receiver. That's Flowers, and Trey Flowers looking for a flag, but nothing happened. See, he just tried to time this when Flowers was going to get the ball, and he overthrew Flowers. So good no call. Wakes up in Tijuana. What? Where am I? Jason Kagan in the house. What's up, my man? Beers and cheers. Cheers and beers. Jackson back, plenty of time. Oh, and throws a bomb again to nobody. So somebody missed a route or tripped up or got hit. I don't know what happened there, but there was nobody home.
They got tangled up, and it's a 3-and-out. It's a great job by the rookie Tarheed Still, just navigating the track.
Lamar Jackson dropped back and said, knock, knock. I said, knock, knock. He said, who's there? And they said, not a damn thing. And they are punting almost out of their end zone now. So 2:10, 4th and 5, a booming punt here from the Ravens. Wow, that is a hell of a punt when you're punting against your end zone to the 18-yard line, but they're going to take it out to the 30, to the 35, to the 36. So good return there. Chargers will start with decent field position on their own 36-yard line. Beautiful stadium there in SoFi. I love the waterfall on the outside. That's incredible. But yeah, if you guys want something, if you just want something fun to do, or you want to practice betting, you just want to see like how you would do, check out Wager Labs. I don't have a sponsorship with them or anything right now. I just started playing with it today. It's really cool. You can place, like I said, mock bets in real time. It's not real money. It's points. They're not transferable for anything. But you know, it's just fun. To me, it's like fantasy football, only you're using money instead of points. You actually make yourself, train yourself into being a great sports gambler, maybe, or at least a profitable one. Because profit's all that matters when it comes to betting. Also, when it comes to betting, don't forget about DraftKings, guys. They're still running this promo. Well, it's changed a little bit. So you're going to deposit $5, and now you have to win. If you win that bet, you're going to get back up to $150. I'm going to get an automatic bonus when you guys sign up. But so here's the deal. You deposit your $5, and if you're not real comfortable with betting, ask me who to bet on. I'll give you some, I'll give you something that's almost a for sure win, because it doesn't matter what odds you get. You just got to bet that $5 on something, get a win, and then you're going to get up to $150 back. And as always, we got good old Robin Hood. Who wants to work all the time? Who wants to work all the freaking time when you can just sit there and watch? Just sit there and watch crypto and day trade crypto all day. Make yourself a couple $100 a day, right? I mean, I don't know. You'd have to have a good amount, I guess, to get to that point. But it's fun. They have all crypto. Crypto's been going absolutely bonkers. Dogecoin's up like 300% in the last 6 weeks, which is just insane. And Herbert's going to hand it off to JK for, it looks like he picks up about 4 yards on first down here.
It's Davis to start this possession. I'm looking forward to that matchup that we have next week with them in Cleveland.
So 3 yards. 2nd and 7 here for San Diego. Minute 40 left here in the first. Ball control firmly in the hands of San Diego. They've had twice as many plays, 16-8, and they have outgained Baltimore 102 to 20 yards. I thought you were going to say you woke up this morning and got yourself a gun, Jason, but that works too. Herbert is going to hand it off to JK again, who picks up another 3, maybe 4 yards. No, that's going to be number 40, Harrison. Excuse me, with the ball there. No, there's JK Dobbins. Okay. So Dobbins, 2nd round pick by the Ravens. As we talked about earlier, he plays first 4 seasons with the Ravens. Played 15 games as a rookie. And then just 9 games over the last 3 seasons. He's looking to get a restart, a reboot, if you will, to his career here in San Diego, and you know how much guys like to play former teams. 3rd and 2. Oh, and he runs it down the middle, and he's going to pick up a lot more than 2. Make that like 22. JK Dobbins in business. And look at this. Oh, just beautiful blocking. Creates a huge hole. I mean, that was gaping. That was a gaping hole. Brian says, no, just buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. Hold next until next Christmas. You 5 to 10 times your money. That'd be nice. Bitcoin almost hit $100,000 this week. Backed off a little bit afterwards, but 5 years ago, you could have bought Bitcoin for $8,000. Just makes me sick to think about. You could have bought it for $8,000. Now it's flirting with $100,000 a coin. It was within less than $400 away from $100,000. Don't try to day trade like me. I lost over $5,000 last 8 months. Well, on stocks or on crypto? There's a problem with day trading. It's like you're going to buy and sell. You don't have to buy and sell every day. 2021 Bitcoin was $3,000. Oh my God, that makes me want to just jump off a building. On crypto. So I don't want to embarrass you, Brian, but I know you're not rich like me. That's the problem with day trading. When you don't have a lot of money, you got to put money in that you can afford to lose so you can hold it. Obviously, everybody knows pretty much you guys are smart. You buy low and you sell high. So I like to make sure and set those limit buys, Brian. Put a limit out there. And I like putting a limit out there that I think I might not get. So go out there and say, okay, I want to buy for 10 or 15% less of what like Dogecoin is right now. Say it's you're having some pretty volatile weeks like now. And then as soon as that hits, I'm going to put in a sell limit, for 5 to 15%, depending on how volatile the market is right then. And then just rinse and repeat. Didn't catch you recovering tonight's game yesterday? What's up, King James? Good to see you. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I think I mentioned it maybe towards the end of the stream. And then I put a post up, but I know YouTube's not exactly sending out all the notifications. It's 10 times as volatile as stocks because it's 24/7 trading worldwide, which means it's fun. It's lots of fun. I would be scared to buy Bitcoin right now though at $100 a coin. I think there's going to be a correction before it goes up again, but you never know. I like Shiba Inu at the moment. All right, 1st and 10 here for San Diego. Herbert fakes the handoff, and then he's going to get JK, though. And he picks up about 7, and JK gets right up, and he's John with Humphrey. JK Dobbins, you know what you're doing there, buddy? 6 yards. Maybe there was a little beef. Maybe there was a little beef between them when Dobbins was on the Ravens the last 4 years. So 10 rushes, 9 passes here for the Chargers. Balanced attack. I likely missed it. No worries, man. 2nd and 4 here for the Chargers. And there is the handoff. Dobbins again picks up about 3. So looks like we're looking at probably 3rd and 1 for the Chargers. Yeah, I gamble too much and max my leverage, so I'm trading 5 to 10 Bitcoin at a time. Oh, dude, don't ever leverage. No, that's part of your problem. I will never leverage. That means you're betting, you're investing with money you don't have. That's right. I pulled out a Seahawks game mid-4th quarter. Yeah, I wasn't sure yet, maybe, or I just haven't thought about it. 3rd and 1 here for the Chargers, and they're going to hand it off to Dobbins, and there's a big stop for the Ravens. It looks like they did not get the first down. 4th and 1 here for the Chargers. They're going to have to make a decision. If they're within field goal range, I say you kick it. But 4th and short, they might go for it. So we'll see. Are they just coming out to see if they can draw the Ravens, or are they going to actually go for this? 4th and 1. It looks like, man, that's like less than a foot maybe. And Herbert's going to hand it off again, and JK Dobbins gets it this time. Big 4th down conversion here for the San Diego Chargers. When I win big, but I lose a count. Oh, man, yeah, that's risky, man. You gotta nullify your risk a little bit. All right, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert in business now at the 28-yard line. Oh, and look at that pitch play. That was like an old school peach basket pass. Picks up about 5 yards. Whatever works. I'm in it to win it, baby. I bet the farm if conditions are right. I've won 2 to 3 Bitcoins in 1 whop. I'd take some profit while it's sitting at 100,000. That's just me. Look at this, Ravens only allowed 16.5 points per game last season, 1st in the league. Went to 23rd in the league this season, giving up 24.6. Oh, and that one's broken up. Almost a touchdown there. That's Wiggins again. The rookie Nate Wiggins, he is just a godsend for this Baltimore defense. I mean, they might be the last in the league if it wasn't for him. Just stride for stride. With Johnson there, man, what a play. All right, 3rd and 7 here for San Diego. And Herbert back. Oh, finds a receiver. He led him, and it's knocked out, though. 27, number 27, Dobbins tries to get it, but he gets hit right as he catches it. So now we're getting some nasty hits from the Ravens. That's what happens. You get one guy. You get one guy that gets those nasty hits, and it makes other guys want to do that. All right, Cameron Dicker. This is a 42-yard attempt. I have him on my fantasy team, so you better make it, Dicker. And it is good, and the San Diego Chargers go up 10-0. Wow, who would have thunk it? Who would have thought the Chargers would be up 10-0 at this point? It's going to be $150K plus next Christmas. Wait until. I mean, or you could lose it all. It could go to basically zero. That's kind of what I worry about. Shoot, you take the Ravens 4.5 now. I don't even know if I would do that. The over-under is 46.5 points now. Ravens best 7-4 team in the NFL. I don't know, because see, they probably are outside of San Diego, but San Diego Chargers, who they're playing tonight, they're 7-3 and they are very good. Definitely up there, though. All right, 10 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button if you're new. What are you, new or something? Hit that subscribe button. Over some betting slips here. Oh, those were ones I did for my buddy. He lost because he thought Mike Tyson was going to knock out Jake Paul. Ravens team mediocre compared to past seasons. Oh yeah, 23rd in the league. That's surprising. And I mean, what's probably more surprising is that the Chargers are 1st in the league in defense, at least for points scored. Offense has been explosive. Yeah, number 1 offense in the league. No crypto costs power to mine. It costs $25,000 just to mine 1 Bitcoin. It will never go under that, or miners will stop mining. Yeah, that's true. And all those frickin' miners. I've been looking to get a graphics card or a new computer, and they've all gone up. The new computers and graphics cards and everything have went up again because all the damn crypto miners are burning them up. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Baltimore Ravens. Chargers were more competitive than expected. Well, their defense has been solid, which is, that's not what you think at all either. You think of the Chargers, I've kind of thought about them as being pretty soft, honestly, the last few years. But their defense is solid this year. 1st and 10 for the Ravens from the 30. 11:26 left in the first half. Yeah, Miners are snatching all good cards. Oh, and look at Derrick Henry to the 40, to the 45, to the 48. Dragon defenders with him. That's why that guy has the most touchdowns in the league, and he is in the conversation for MVP. Been that way last 5 years and won't change. King Henry warming up. Yes, he is. What's up, Adam from Allen? Let's fucking go. Where's the Rob at tonight? I think he was here at the beginning. Yeah. All right, and there's a run from Henry again for a first down and more. Look at that. Picks up about 15. Derrick Henry just knocking guys over like a bowling ball. He said, hey, you know, Lamar Jackson's struggling a little bit. Let me pick up a little bit of the slack. And then you get the running game going like this. Of course, you can open up the passing game. Man, look at that. Look at that run. Just ripping arms off of him. Knocking down tacklers. 9.2 yards a run already this game, and finds a little seam there. Looked like there was nothing there, and he picked up about 5 or 6. Guy's an absolute freak. Oh, that was the backup. I'm sorry. Henry's on the sideline there. So who was that? Their backup running back is. Henry had a touchdown last week. Well, not to remember Dan Fouts with Air Carell when Chargers lacked defense. Oh, man, yeah, that is back a minute. That's back before my time even. I remember watching, it was Montana and Rice. That's the beginning of my football watching. Elway, Dan Marino. Who else was big back then? And Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff. He's going to throw an absolute bomb to the end zone and almost caught. Kilman breaks it up, but barely. Look at this. Jackson was just a 40-yard laser. So Lamar Jackson just 1 for 5 for 2 yards tonight. Very unlikely Lamar game here. Oh, and there he finds the receiver, though. There's a first down. Runs to the outside, finds number 89, 1st and 10. So they're just looks like about 12, 15 yards out of the end zone here. That's number 89. That's Andrews again. And he gets the feed in. 1, 2, and pushed out. Beautiful play. All right, 1st and 10. Actually, it looks like from about the 17 here. I'm going to say they run it with Henry here, and they do. And he finds a seam. Look at that. That's about 7, 8 yards and all the way to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for Baltimore from the 4. I'm the only one who thinks Henry takes plays off sometimes. He blows opponents up when motivated. He's one of those guys like, I got to think he's definitely a fast twitch guy. And like he puts so much power and effort into the big plays that, yeah, maybe he does take a play or two off. Flag on the play here. Henry driving to the end zone. We'll see if it's going to stick here, though. And so illegal formation, 5-yard penalty, not the end of the world there. Replay first down. So they're going to have 1st and goal from right about the 8 or 9 yard line here. Obviously, you don't want to nullify a touchdown. And actually from the 10, I guess they were on the 5. First and goal. And the snap back to Lamar, and they're going to fake it to Henry. Lamar Jackson runs on the outside, and he's going to stumble in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff to Henry to the left, gets a block, goes to the right, finds a seam 10 yards to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. What a stud. And look at the block right before that at the end zone. Watch this play. Great play block by number 52, and then 80. Right before the end zone, number 80 gets a big block that makes that touchdown possible. 7 plays, 70-yard drive for the Baltimore Ravens. And the extra point is good, and we got a 3-point ball game. That guy is so good. 7:48 left in the half. Dude's freakishly fast and athletic for an enormous dude. Yeah, I think it just takes up a lot of oxygen for that big of a guy to run like that. And you see, he did take a play off a moment ago. He was on the sideline, and the backup running back picked up about 5 yards on a run. That offensive line is not to be underestimated for Baltimore either. They got a great offensive line. And, I mean, you get yourself a running back like Derrick Henry and a running quarterback and just an incredible quarterback like Lamar Jackson. I mean, you better invest in your front line or you're wasting talent. I don't know about the good O-line part. I mean, I haven't watched all their games this year. Their O-line looks a hell of a lot better than the Hawks. Hawks have had a notoriously bad O-line forever, though. Mar looks like all-time great when in the zone. Oh, yeah, that guy's so good. And, I mean, he's got so many weapons. He can run the ball just as well as he can pass it. And he is really dangerous when he runs to the outside, and then he'll throw up a big bomb right before the line of scrimmage. Like, good luck. Over-under's back to 50, Brian. You might make it. See, you took the over. Mar looks... Derrick Henry is so huge, it takes a whole power plant just to get him moving. Started, then he is a freight train. Yes, choo-choo. All right, 7:48 left in this game. And there's the kickoff for Baltimore. They're going to kick it into the end zone. And the Chargers will down it. I think that's a smart move. Yeah, over. All right, I'm rooting for you, buddy. I'm rooting for you on the over. I don't know if you're going to hit it, but I hope you do. Yeah, just a great back and forth game here. And look at the Chargers' play selection. 13 rushes for 68 yards, 12 passes for 70 yards. Doesn't get any more balanced than that. And he finds, the tight end, number 12 for a seam, picks up about 5 yards there. No, gain of 1. Herbert dropped way back on that one. So Chargers running 2 former Ravens. They got JK Dobbins, who played the last 4 years with the Ravens. And then Gus Edwards, the backup running back. Of course, he came from the Ravens. 2nd and 9 here for San Diego. The snap, Herbert fakes the handoff. Under pressure, finds a receiver. Did he get the first down? And he did. I wasn't sure if the receiver got both feet in bounds. What a beautiful play.
Nice grab here by Joshua Palmer, his first catch of the night.
Number 5, Palmer. I mean, he could not have played that better. Yeah, over not Rob or much of the regulars tonight. Rob was in here earlier. He might have passed out. Dropped a 14-point whitetail at cabin on Saturday. Oh, that's awesome, man. That is some good eating. Gotta love me some whitetail, man. Let me give Rob a reminder here. Chargers plus 92-point differential in the first half. Second, and that's good for second in the NFL. Jeez, who was first? Herbert back under pressure and still finds a receiver for about 8 yards. Actually, that's the tight end, number 81, Disley. Will Disley, they picked him up from Seattle. And nothing going on that play on 3rd and 1. Might be a loss, but there is a flag.
Shepard's threw the flag and will make the announcement. And the decision. Holding number 42. Offense, 10-yard penalty.
And that'll be a 10-yard penalty for the Chargers, holding on number 42, Tusker Fisk.
And do you want to decline it and bring up?
Yeah, that's awesome. 14-point whitetail. You count both sides over there. That's a badass whitetail. So 3rd and 11 here for San Diego. I'm kind of surprised they didn't decline that, though, for 4th and 1. Well, Chargers probably would have went for it there, though. Herbert back, finds a receiver. He's going to be short again, though. That's number 5 again, picks up about 7-8 yards. And San Diego is going to be forced to punt with 4:25 left here in the half. On 4th and 3rd, San Diego wouldn't go for it here, right?
With Kyle Hamilton dropping in, he's then able to pick up McConkey as he catches the ball.
There's Conkey again. They're gonna. Oh no, they are gonna punt. For a second, I thought they were gonna go for it again. Oh, and it bounces inside the 10, and the Chargers will down it about the 6-yard line. What a play! They're not gonna make it easy for Lamar Jackson and team. How'd you kill it? Rifle or bow hunting? Several hunters been stalking the monster last 3 seasons. I learned this pattern, snatched him 100 yards from my property line. Oh, that's freaking awesome, man. Let me know how much meat you get off that, because man, that is such a big whitetail. Yeah, that is a monster whitetail. Can you take a picture of that, King James? I'd like to see it. If you can send me a picture of that. I would love to see that if you don't mind. Here's my email address. I think you have my phone number. So either or works for me. Shotgun season had just started last Friday. Oh, man, that's just so freaking cool. What is this chair? They're advertising the X chair. Maybe that's what I need to get. This thing's killing my back. I bet those are not cheap. It massages, it cools you, does everything. Yeah, I just realized I got on my cell and could text it to you in a minute. Sweet. Yeah, 14 points. I've never seen a 14 point. I do have a 10 point mounted on my wall downstairs. I had it forever though. I actually didn't get it. My daughter got it. So 3:54 left here in the first half, and the Ravens are going to take over about the 6-yard line here. Hand off to Henry, and he'll pick up maybe 3. That gives Jackson a little bit more space. I mean, when the other team downs the ball here, like on the 5 or inside the 5, you just want to get your back away from the end zone. And there's a handoff to Henry on 2nd and 5. Picks up most of it. Looks like he picked up about 3.5 yards there. Chargers outscoring opponent 46-3 in the final 4 minutes of the first half. And Derrick Henry stopped at the line of scrimmage there, maybe just before it. What a big play by San Diego. That's going to force 4th and 1, and Baltimore's not even going to think about going for it here. Oh, well, scratch. No, they're not going to go for it. They're just going to try to draw him off sides, right? You can't go for it on the 17-yard line. You'd have to be retarded. They're clapping now. They're just trying to draw him. San Diego's not. They're not going to do that. They know. Oh. All right, I got it, James. That is a monster. Nice, man. That's a beautiful whitetail. So I don't know why I said, who is this? Let me make sure I have you added as a content. I think I did before. I swear I did. And I don't know when I changed phones. Charles, I got it on my cell. I can wait. Text Tina a minute. Yep, got it, man. Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful deer. Let's see where points are on this now. Still just a half a point on the Ravens. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. You know what? Plus 110. What do we get for 0.5? Well, what good does 0.5 points do you on a spread that isn't? So if you lose by 1, no, what the hell? That's ridiculous. Wasn't much over 170 pounds, but its rack is enormous for my area. Guess it's about 6 years ago and likely gamey. I'm guessing it's... But man, yeah, that's big for a whitetail though, 170 pounds. And Lamar Jackson's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. 120 left here in the half. Yeah, fakes the handoff, and somebody didn't pick up their block, and he's sacked. Jackson with time here finds a receiver. Can he get the first down? It is going to be short on 2nd and 12. He looks like he got back about 8 or 9 of it. That's Hill with the reception. 3rd and 2. 50 seconds left here in the half. Ravens have got to be in big-time hurry-up offense. Jackson back. Finds a receiver again. That's Flowers, and he catches it, and he is running to the 40, to the 35, and most importantly, gets out of bounds. What a play for Zach Flowers. Yeah, he picks up about 18 yards, and like I said, most importantly, gets out of bounds. 37 seconds left still for Baltimore. Zach Flowers been having an incredible season. Only 2 on the play clock. They gotta get this off, and they do. Jackson back. Oh, overthrows his receiver again. And there is a flag. Yeah, you can't tackle a guy before the ball gets there, and that is a big, big penalty. That gets Baltimore close to field goal range even. Yeah, you can't do that to the receiver. Remember, we get the largest whitetails on the planet, and bucks can get over 200 pounds. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, because I'm used to a lot smaller whitetail than that. Jackson back, has time. He's going to air it up into the end zone. Is that caught? Oh my God! There is a flag. The catcher number 7, Bateman. Let's see what it is. And it's against the Chargers. What a touchdown. Lamar Jackson to Bateman. And Fulton is all over him. Wow. Pass interference on Fulton, and he still caught it. What a catch for Bateman. Man, that's got to be an early candidate for a catch of the year. That was incredible. Man, a great pass to a great receiver. 93-yard scoring drive for the Baltimore Ravens, and they go up 14-10 with just 24 seconds left in the half. I don't know that the Chargers even tried to mount anything in 24 seconds. They may just take a knee. Yeah, send picture to Rob, and anyone else in the channel might be interested. I will. We definitely got a game. Yeah, I think Rob might have passed out. I messaged him and said that they're requesting the legend, but no response. And Ravens will kick it into the end zone. And almost halftime. Almost restroom break, guys. You can hold it. It's not the same without our drunken mascot. I know, man. Timeout from Baltimore.
24 seconds left.
Anybody else have any bets on this game? Thank you for the thumbs up. Just seen another thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, make sure you remember to do that. Don't forget to hit that share button. That is the fastest and, God, seems like the only way to grow this channel right now is through sharing. Justin Herbert, 11-15 for just 101 yards in the first half, 9 rushing yards. That's a slow game for him. And he's going to have some time here. He's going to rush it to the outside and out of bounds for about 8 yards. That gives him 17 seconds left. See if the Chargers can get this, at least get this within field goal range. I imagine that's probably the goal here. And they're on the 38, 2nd and 2. And this is doable. He needs to get somebody out of bounds. Oh, he's going to go for the end zone. Look at this. And overthrows his receiver, though. Going to be 3rd and 2 with 11 seconds left.
Joshua Palmer runs an outstanding route. He's got the whole middle of the field. The other safety's clear on the other side. And there's nobody that can take this away. The move that he puts there.
And Palmer's wide open. If Herbert doesn't overthrow him, he's to the 10-yard line, possibly a touchdown. So 3rd and 2 for San Diego with 11 seconds left. We'll see if Herbert goes for another big play here again, or just tries to pick up 20 or so. And he does, to the sideline. Did he stay in bounds? Yes, he did. That's going to be a 1st and 10. Oh, and what a beautiful job to get both feet in. Ball is on the 49, career long of 59. To get a 59-yard attempt, they need another 8 yards here. So they need a quick play in 7 seconds. I believe they do have a timeout, so they don't need to get it out of bounds now. And Ravens call a timeout. Opportunity for the Chargers to get into field goal range for Cameron Dicker. I think they wanted to see what the setup was for the Chargers. Now they call the timeout, and either they know or San Diego's got to change it. So smart play there for Baltimore. Justin Herbert been phenomenal this year, especially at the end of the half. And he finds a receiver all the way. Look at that. Inside the 25, 2 seconds left. They call a timeout. And this field goal is more than doable. Look at this. He runs the 50 to the 40. So it's still going to be a long field goal. 52 yards. Cameron Dicker, 12 of 16 field goals over 50 yards this season. Well, career, sorry. And the Ravens will take their last time out, looking to ice Dicker. And they need to get this. I got this kicker on my fantasy team. I got this figured out. I got Lamar Jackson on one side. I got Dicker on the other. And 52-yarder, I think he's got this. It is up right through the uprights. And we got a 1-point game going into the half. 14-13. I mean, what about the Chargers? I mean, Baltimore only left them 24 seconds. And they drove almost the length of the field, got within field goal range, and scored. That's pretty freaking amazing. All right, and 2 seconds. They're just going to down and walk it in. So halftime. Let's take a 5-minute. Back in 5. All right, I tried to only take 5 minutes. Tried to time 5 minutes. I don't know time, I guess. 7 minutes until the next half starts. What time left before? Oh, yeah. Didn't Ravens kicker nail 260-plus yard field goals this year? Not sure. I missed him if he did. Quite possible. I'll be back for second half. We'll see you, brother. Let's get here. Now, Phil's been here. Stream running while I'm playing UFC 4. Nice. I'm going to have to play some games with you online one of these days, Phil. I got to figure out what new console to get. You're on Xbox, so I guess I'd have to be on Xbox if I want to play with you. No, there's no PlayStation to Xbox crossplay, right? All right, Ravens will receive the second half kick off. They will go in with a 1-point lead. And we will take some calls if anybody wants to call in. 425-791-8730. It's about 5.5 minutes until the half now. Great first half. Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert. It's nice when they get these competitive games on Sunday and Monday nights because they do their best scheduling at the beginning of the season. But you don't know how good teams are going to be when you have to schedule it so far out. And a lot of times you end up with some stinkers. And so far in this season, I think we've had some pretty competitive night games. And speaking of night games, there's going to be Friday night football this week. Isn't that weird? Thursday, you got a triple header. Then Friday, it's going to be Friday night football on Prime Video. So the Broncos and the Browns for next week's Monday night game. And 5 up in the chat. A few people taking a break here. We just got about 4 minutes left until the half starts. Justin Herbert 4-3 in his 7 career Monday Night Football starts, but he has been on absolute fire this year. Lamar Jackson 19-5 in 24 career primetime starts. They used to call Dion primetime. Lamar Jackson's taken over now. This guy is almost perfect in primetime. Like, when the pressure's on, this guy just gets better. Couldn't defeat the referees when they were playing Kansas City in the AFC Conference Championship last year, but I think he did enough to beat the Chiefs without the help. If they had not had the help. All right, just over 3 minutes to the start of the second half. Wow, that was a long half, though, wasn't it? Started at, 5:10? It's almost 7 o'clock. And we're advertising some hoops. We were just talking about some basketball. Battle at the Bay. When is this? All right, Wednesday. You got the Knicks and the Mavs. Thunders and the Warriors at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. I think that sounds like a good game to hit. Both of those teams doing really well this year. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. Make sure and hit that share. Let's try to get some guys in here at the halftime. Should I call poor Robert? I don't want to wake him up if he went to sleep, though. As it's almost 10 o'clock his time. I'm guessing he passed out. So I messaged him and he didn't message back, so I'm going to leave him alone. Just a few minutes left here. Oh, Friday. No, I forgot about Friday. Friday we got PFL. So let's get an official time on that. So starts on ESPN. What is that? 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. 6 world titles, $6 million on the line. Oh, let's look at some of these matchups real quick. We got just a minute. All right, you guys do not want to forget about this. These are only so awesome. See guys that would never be able to get $1 million in a tournament winning on this. 3 days, 15 hours away. This is on Black Friday, actually, 10 a.m. So even if you go out and Black Friday shop, Kasangane and Yagshamiradov in the light heavyweight final. Let's look at some of the matchups here. You got Dennis Goldson taking on Oleg Popov, number 1 and 2 seeds, made it to the finals. Number 1 and 3 seeds at light heavyweight, Impa and Yagshamiradov, as I mentioned. Shamil Musayev and Magomed Umalatov, 2 undefeated Russian fighters. Wait, why does this say August 10th? What the hell is this? What the hell's going on here, PFL? Get your shit together. There we go. See, featherweight championship, Lufning and Kizryov. Did they change this? Okay, this is the championship. Women's flyweight. Oh, this is a good one. Taylor Santos and Dacheva. Dacheva's about a 3.5 to 1 favorite. I like Taylor Santos for the upset now. And so upset alert. So I mentioned Kasangane and Yagshamiradov, undefeated. Welterweights, Umalota versus Masayev. Somebody's must go. Brent Primus with a chance at another $1 million championship against Rabadanov. Goltsov and Popov, as we talked about. So 6 championships, $6 million on the line that night. And we are back here for Monday Night Football, just in time for the first snap here. Ravens with the ball. And Derrick Henry will run it. He'll get about 2, maybe 3 yards there. Rob passes out. Wyatt awakens. Almost got to have one crack on head on here, whether figurative or literal. Welcome, Wyatt. I was wondering, I messaged you early. I was like, what's up with Wyatt? You're sleeping all day. I think everybody's been messed up since that 3 a.m. UFC in China. And there's a lateral pass to the outside. That's going to be short of the line of scrimmage. About a 2-yard loss, making it 3rd and 9 for Baltimore. It's a hell of a game to wake up for, though, Wyatt. It's been incredible so far. And between Lamar Jackson at quarterback and I got Dickers for the kicker on San Diego. Between those two, I'm not worried about losing my fantasy football this week anymore. All right, 3rd and 9 for the Ravens. Jackson back under pressure. Oh, look at that nice little flip pass. And there's a first down. Is that Bateman? No, that's Andrews. 88 Andrews. First down and a few more. 13 and a half left in the third. They are just so dangerous. Once you think you got them pinned, these Ravens, they find a way. Andrews, that was his third target, 29 yards tonight, the tight end for the Ravens, and he's going to hand it off to Henry again, who picks up about 3. I mean, he just ran into a brick wall and still got 3 yards. That's something. Why did this man really just say, I got Dicker for a kicker? Yes, I got Dicker for a kicker. All kinds of folks make up MMA junkies, right? And there's a handoff to Henry, and he is hit for a loss again. I mean, we just had 2nd and 7, and he got hit. Are we going to have 3rd and 9 again? Talk about deja vu. Got like some Donnie Darko going on here. So 3rd and 10, actually. For Ravens from about their own 42-yard line here. And Jackson back. He'll have some time. He's under pressure. That was a wild pass. Did he stay in bounds? You've got to be kidding me. What a throw. I mean, there is nobody in the league that throws the ball on the run like Lamar Jackson. Look at this. Wow, what a job. What a job from Flowers to get both feet in. That is Zach Flowers, right? Number 4. Man, that literally looked like the video game. Like, you're going to run to the outside and pitch it. Say Flowers, excuse me. 47 yards for him today. Jackson back again, going to have some time. And he's going to throw the end zone. Is it almost intercepted? Got a little overconfident there. But, man, did Jackson bail his team out. Oh, a little push-off there by number 7, too. I think that's what Jackson's yelling about. He thought there was enough contact for a pass interference, but no call. Number 7, Fulton, on the coverage there, and he's going to take a play off. Second and 10 and the run. Not much going there. Feel free to post here if you think you can gather attention on any Fights with Friends social media platforms. I'm not set up to post trophies. I will post it on the Fights with Friends Facebook page, though. I think people like that. It's pretty cool. Mike, how delayed are you today? You just said Zay got passed and Lamar was almost out of bounds. Meanwhile, Chargers are on offense here. Yeah, I'm on the free game. Usually I have it on my TV, but I'm on the free spot. And Flowers taken down once again. 10:06, 10:05, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10 minutes now. 4th and 4. Yeah, I'm on the ESPN side on my box. I pay for ESPN Plus, but I do not pay for cable. It's actually not available with Comcast Business, which, I mean, how dumb is that? They don't want to sell you cable. Like, they literally told me if I wanted to get cable, I'd have to cancel my business internet and get the residential internet. So there's a field goal for the Ravens, and they go up 17-13. I got a new app for you, though, Wyatt. Have you ever heard of Wager Labs? I just downloaded this app. It's a free app where you can make mock bets. So it's like fake bets. I just started on it today. Already up like $40. They give you looks like $1,000 a month. If you sign up for the premium where you can do a lot more things, I'm going to. It is $5 a month or $37 a year. But I'm going to sign up for the premium just for the practice. It's really cool. You can do all the live betting and everything. Yeah, look up the app Wager Labs, and like I said, just use the free the free one. You get 1,000 coins a month, and you can bet against friends. So I can bet against you. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have MMA or boxing on there yet. But honestly, those are kind of two of the worst sports to bet on. You guys know I love my combat sports, but for betting, not the best. Let me know if you're interested in betting Hill versus Yuri. Man, Wyatt's trying to get petted in here. King James, I got Yuri too. I'll go 2-1. I'll give you 2-1 and on Hill if you want to bet $75. That works for me. That's end of the year, I think. Oh, look at this. They are advertising. They were advertising Ryzen FC there for a moment. I never see that in the States. Huh. Oh, no, maybe they were just showing coverage via Ryzen FC for the next UFC.
Situation here with Chargers running back JK Dobbins, who officially right now questionable to return with a knee injury.
Oh, that is not good for the Chargers. JK Dobbins sidelined with a knee injury.
With a pretty significant brace on his left knee. Now we still haven't seen him, so keep an eye on it as this Chargers offense right now will be without one of their best weapons, guys.
So JK Dobbins not coming back, at least for now. And the Ravens will kick it into the end zones. Chargers will take over on the 30-yard line. And down by 4. How crazy is that, though, Wyatt, or anybody that was in here before, that the Ravens have the number 1 offense in the league, the 23rd best defense, and the Chargers have the number 1 defense in the league? Like, what a difference a year makes. Curious to see if Yuri's chin recovered. He was impossible to KO until payday. I think his chin will still be there. That chin's incredible. And there's a completion for Herbert for about 7. Justin Herbert, not to be underestimated either. This guy is amazing, but he's got to do without his best back here. As mentioned, JK Dobbins out. They do have Gus Edwards, also a former Baltimore Ravens back. That was number 42, Fisk, with the catch here. 2nd and 3. And they're going to hand it off to Gus, and he's stopped for a loss. Gus Edwards going to be having nightmares about that coverage. Harrison was all over him. I'm curious to see if Jamal Hill ever recovers from that ACL tear. I'm more concerned about Hill's ACL tear than I am about Yuri's chin. And Herbert back. Oh, almost takes the sack. Finds a receiver. How good is that guy? So number 5, that's Palmer again for another first down. Look at this. He is facing terror. I mean, terror is running right at his face right before he gets him. Herbert lets it go. You know it was last second because he got hit and there was no foul. 147 yards in the air and a touchdown for Herbert so far today. And Gus Edwards going to pick up about 2 yards on the run there. Shocking the amount of punishment Yuri's head has endured after 30 fights against light heavyweight monsters, right? Man, yeah, that guy, he's a psycho. So 3 yards there. 2nd and 7 for San Diego. And there is the snap, fakes the handoff. Herbert's going to have some time. He's going to have to run it. And he picks up maybe 4. There's a flag on the play, though. Big penalty there. Offensive holding on the Chargers. Number 75, Bradley Bozeman. 10-yard penalty. You guys ever gone to school with someone who would lose their shit if they didn't get 100% on an exam? OMG, my life is over at 95%. Reminds me of Mike in fantasy football. Hey, I've lost the week. Stand-up defense never seemed to be Yuri's priority. Oh, he doesn't give a shit about defense. That's one of the things that makes him so fun to watch. He's just a berserker. And another completion here for Justin Herbert. And he doesn't get the first down, though. That is still short because it was 2nd and 17. All right, 3rd and 8 coming up. I guess he dropped back a little further than I realized. If it was an ACL, I think Hill would be 100% by now. But that Achilles just never seems to heal. Oh, Achilles, sorry. Shit, I get frustrated and spell check. Can't even decipher my spelling. Oh, you weren't off on anything. Oh, great pass there from Herbert for another first down. I mean, this has got to be 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league going at each other, right? I mean, Lamar Jackson, obviously one of the best in the league, and Justin Herbert just had an amazing season. Well, he fought a couple times, though. He fought probably when he shouldn't have. All right, that was Conkey. Good old Conkey with that reception there a moment ago, and Herbert's going to slide maybe to the line of scrimmage. I think it's just behind. So technically a sack, I believe. Achilles tears are one of the few injuries that never recover close to 100%. Yeah, that's going to be rough. And, you know, Yuri's going to attack that. Like, Yuri's going to attack everything. He's just going to come out double fist and double from the first freaking bell. I'm going to be sad when that guy retires, though, because he's so fun to watch. Oh, and Herbert, being rushed, gets rid of it. Receiver can't hold on to it. I mean, Humphrey was coming at him like Usain Bolt, and nobody was on him. Here comes little Dicker. I just wanted to make sure my team is prime when you get to playoffs. Because, you know, you can screw up. You're screwing up the whole... You're doing good the whole time during the regular season. And then just one loss in the playoffs can really screw you up. Herbert back. Throws a drunk duck there out of bounds. And that'll be 4th and 11. Big stop there by Baltimore. Number 2, Wiggins. I mean, this guy is really... is really, really needed on this Ravens defense. So rookie Wiggins been one of their best players this year. So another 52-yarder. He hit a 52-yarder at the half. Can little Dicker sticker, and he does. And back to a 1-point game. All right, commercial break, and we're going to take 5 here real quick. We'll be right back. All right, 4th and 1 here. Is Baltimore going to go for this? Let's see, look at him. Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff to Henry and not able to get anything. They're going to go for it. Looks like they're just inches away. And Henry's going to run for 1, for 10, for 20, for 25, for about 26 yards there on 4th and 1. Derrick Henry says, if I can get 1, I can get 25. Jesus. And look at the blocking there. And breaks a tackle there. He's manhandling 3 guys. He's got 2 guys, one by each, once by each jersey, spin them around. Look at this stiff arm. Get away from me. Get away from me. Dude is an absolute freak. What a play. Derrick Henry, 99 yards tonight, 57 yards after the first contact. And he picks up another 3 there, but there's a flag on the play.
John Harbaugh with a couple of decisions on 4th downs, and boy, have they paid off. Gone for it, led to a touchdown.
If you want to call in and chat with us, Wyatt, even while the game's going on, but go for it. All right, so that's going to be holding on the offense there.
The linebacker was held by McCary, and that's why they threw the flag. Yeah, good call.
Sorry, who let Derrick Henry in? Truly looks like a great player playing great football. All right. Yeah, guys just insanely talented. And Lamar Jackson back, has time, finds a receiver on 1st and 19. He gets about 15 of it back. That's number 16, Wallace. Oh, grade 8 playing grade 5. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it does for sure. Just taking people out. So 2nd and 4 here for Baltimore from the San Diego 30-yard line. And why not hand it to Henry again? He gets pancaked this time, though. No yards on that. And it sets up 3rd and 4. I'm seeing a Lamar running on the outside looking for a receiver, and if he can't find it, getting those legs going to the end zone. Third and 4, there's the snap, fakes the handoff. Jackson finds a receiver and he drops it. Is that a fumble? So, deja vu, 4th down and about inches again, I believe. Very close. So, a quick break here. We'll be back to a great game. All right, 10 in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't. If anybody in here is new, I don't think there's any newbies in here. But please hit that subscribe button. You want to be part of this community. You're going to love it. I like that, though. Grade 8 playing grade 5. you really get some mismatches in the lower grade football, like when they even in middle school and high school. So, see, there's what I was talking about. Black Friday football kickoff at noon. So join us Friday. We're going to have games in. We're going to do at least one game on Thursday. Oh, no, never mind. We got PFL that day, $6 million champions. And I think he gets the first down there.
It's a fresh set, so that is 3 fourth-down conversions in this game. 2 on this drive. First down, John Harbaugh's Ravens. Yeah, that's been the difference. That's been the difference for the Ravens.
Baltimore about ready to set an all-time record here for most fourth-down conversions, like 100% here. And there's another run. There's Zay Flowers for 4 yards. And there's a run. Wow, all the way to the 10. First and goal here for Baltimore. And there's a handoff again to Henry for about 3 yards. So second and goal from the 7. What's up, Adam from Allen? Never forget when Ricky was getting his grade 10, right? Trailer Park Boys. What's up, Torin? What's going on, Robert? Says, I'm here, right here. What's up, Torin? Just listening tonight, fellas. Nice, Rob. Did you just respond to a comment made in the first half and act like 40 minutes haven't gone by? Oh, Lamar Jackson being chased out of here. He's still going to shoot for the end zone. Batted down. There's a flag on the play. Oh, no flags. I guess I'm seeing things. I thought there was a flag. So third and goal. Good defensive play there for San Diego. Or Los Angeles. That's hard to get used to. Los Angeles Chargers. That's dumb. Third and goal here from the 7-yard line. Lamar Jackson has time. Touchdown! What? Number 89, Andrews. I thought he had it. Let's watch the replay here.
Ravens think this is a touchdown. And now the officials get together.
So they're definitely going to have to make a booth review on this.
Touchdown, and now we're going to have a conference. We think it's a touchdown up here, and now they think it's one down there.
And it is good.
Touchdown, Andrews.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Andrews and just not playing particularly well. Obviously, he's got the ball. He's able to fight back and make a play.
What city were the Chargers in before? San Diego. Didn't Raven kickers nail a 63 and 64 yard this season? I don't know. Wyatt might know. Yeah, they were in San Diego there, Torn. And they're going to go for two. Throws it through the back of the end zone. So
They were a 2-point try away from tying the game in Pittsburgh last week. And Lamar Jackson went to his left. Tonight, he goes to his right.
So they were up by 7. I don't know why you don't just kick the extra point here, but they score the touchdown 23-17 Ravens. I mean, why? You're up by a touchdown. Why not kick the extra point and go up by 8? You're up by 2 scores, or at least you make them get the 2-point conversion. I don't get that at all. Does that make sense to anybody? Why you would go for the 2-point conversion instead of just kicking the extra point to be up by 8? I mean, obviously you get it. What, you're up by 9? Who cares? What are they going to kick 3 field goals in this amount of time? Probably not. They should have kept him in San Diego. Poor San Diego. And LA gets all these teams, and then Oakland gets robbed, of course. Appropriate for Oakland, but usually they're doing the robbing. But the Raiders ended up in Las Vegas. Had to be a good reason to have them move, but I do wish they were still in San Diego. It's one of the 2 NFL stadiums I've seen before. It was decommissioned. I've never been to that one. Well, I've never been to any NFL stadium, I guess. Been to a few baseball stadiums. I've actually been to more NBA arenas than anything else. Seattle got robbed of an NBA team. Yes, they did. Yes, we did, Torrin. And I don't know. They keep saying that they're going to expand and we're going to get the Sonics back. I'll believe it when I see it. We need to bring back the Sonics. I think they will. Never been in either. Just saw Seattle and San Diego from the outside. Chargers had plenty of support in San Diego and complained when profits dropped after moving. Well, it shouldn't have moved, dummies. So why in the world did they move? Did they get kicked out of their stadium? I can't imagine that. 12:32 left in the fourth quarter, and I'm still trying to figure out why the Ravens with a 7-point lead went for a 2-point conversion. Like it's the fourth quarter. Chargers are not going to kick 3 field goals in 12 and a half minutes. I mean, they might, but it's pretty freaking unlikely. Been saying that since 2013 that the Sonics are coming back. Yeah, that's why I said I'll believe it when I see it. We actually, this new mayor that was elected in Seattle, I mean, he's just slightly better than the last mayor who was pitiful. I mean, she was like a mayor from Gotham. If you've ever seen the series Gotham, like she was, oh man, she was horrible. And I think she just caused chaos. This guy is just slightly better than her so far. But he got elected. One of the reasons he got elected is he promised he'd bring the Sonics back. He's done a lot of stuff to, he's done a lot of things to move that forward. Like he's put money into. They've renovated Key Arena now. It's totally different. It's a really nice stadium. They got the hockey team, of course, the Kraken. So, that seems to say, hey, you could take an NBA team here and do well. But we'll see. Yeah, I think the Ravens did get cocky. San Diego had newer stadium. San Diego had newer stadium and support from city and fans. No clue why they insisted on moving. Me either, man. Me either. Now you got me curious. I got to do a little research. San Diego Chargers moved to Los Angeles primarily due to stadium issues with the team owner Dean Spanos deciding that relocating to Los Angeles offered a larger market with more potential for revenue and a better opportunity to secure a new modern stadium, as Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego was considered outdated and not meeting the needs of a modern NFL team. This move also allowed them to capitalize on the larger media exposure in Los Angeles. Well, yeah, but it hasn't worked out for them, so what idiots. And I am not a big fan of being in California, especially Southern California. James, but there is no nicer place on earth to be than San Diego. Jesus, that place is nice. Perfect weather. The people are, everybody's happy as hell there. Herbert back, got time, throws to the side. Oh, he's going to lose about 3 yards there, I think. Wow, 7-yard loss. He passed it to the running back, Gus Edwards there. Actually passed backwards. He should have let that go. If he'd just let that be an incomplete pass, he would have gained 7 yards. Or not lost 7 yards. He worked really hard to lose those 7 yards. Southern California and Northern California seems so much different. Absolutely. And Herbert fakes the handoff. He's going to have time. Finds a receiver. Gets it to the 30, just about the 35. That should set up, say, about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. That's William Disley, the tight end there. Think I remember Chargers owners moving them over a minor stadium issue. Stadium part makes sense. They currently play in the literal nicest, most expensive stadium in human history. Well, that'll get them there, I guess. Like San Francisco, so much different than Los Angeles or San Diego. Especially the weather. How in Christ do you not catch that, Quentin? Right? And Herbert with time. Oh, there are flags coming in like crazy. I think that's going to be pass interference.
Picked up in a trade from the Rams. So he's used to playing on this field, and the two-time Pro Bowl corner who's been through a torn ACL and an Achilles tear.
Oh, yep, he just grabbed him from behind there. You can't do that.
He was in trouble. That's why there are fouls by both teams on the play. Pass interference, number 25 defense, holding number 79 offense. Those fouls offset. Replay. We're done. So we go back.
Oh, what a bad holding play for San Diego. Nullifies the pass interference, offsetting penalties, and a 3rd and 6 here for San Diego. What a horrible, horrible holding call. Not only takes him from 3rd and 6 instead of 1st and 10, it nullifies that gain. Man, that's a good 15-yard gain, I think, on a pass interference there. I think I'm way ahead of you. My bad. Oh, no worries. I think a lot of these owners move teams based on best deal offered by cities and states. Herbert back. Oh, right off the hands. That's the one you're looking at. Yeah, number 1, Quentin. Yeah, that was a horrible, Horrible miss. I mean, he hit him right on the hands. And 4th and 6. And they're not even within field goal range. So San Diego will have to punt here. Two targets. He hasn't brought in either one of them for Quentin Johnson. They might have to go for it on 4th and 6 here. I don't think you... I know there's 10:52 left. You're only down by a touchdown. I think you have to punt it here.
They're still waiting for everything to click in. Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker there for the Chargers.
It would be a war in Los Angeles. They ever decided to relocate the Lakers to a different city or state. Oh, that won't happen. That'd be like the Lakers and the Celtics. They ain't going nowhere. All right, there's a punt from San Diego, or from Los Angeles. And that'll hit about the 22-yard line on the punt. Like, imagine if the Lakers moved to Nashville, Tennessee, the Nashville Lakers. Yeah, that would be weird. What's up, Steeler Nation? I'm a Steelers fan, but a ton of respect for Baltimore for always competing with us in the North, and both Steelers and Ravens being the most relevant team in our division. I'm liking watching you guys play this year in Pittsburgh. Of course, I'm a Seahawks fan. We used to have Russell Wilson. I was mad at him when he went to Denver. I think he paid his dues there, though, and then you guys signed him for like league minimum. I've really been enjoying watching him play. You guys looked good in those 4 wins in a row. Came up short last week, but yeah, you guys are looking really good. Lakers filling the house, even during a bad year. Everybody wants to be at a Lakers game. Los Angeles is Lakers town. Yeah, like Chicago, was the team Chicago Bulls. Like, it was the city when Jordan was there. But Los Angeles was the city when Magic was there, when Shaq was there, and Kobe, and then LeBron, and it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you're right. People are going to show up. San Francisco is Golden State Warriors team. Yep. Well, remember, they were in Oakland, though. And San Francisco runs right into Oakland, which is, so it's a bit strange. It's just a new stadium thing. They changed zip codes. I actually like San Francisco a lot, though. Yeah, it was a blockbuster deal we got for him. I believe we've revamped his career and truly saved it. We have a reputation for making players great. Tomlin needs a playoff win now. Yeah, he's so fun to watch. I love that moon ball. I mean, I know he's, 5'10", 5'11", but he just goes back and throws that ball way up in the air. And I don't think anybody's that accurate with that moon ball like he is. Anybody else in the league. Imagine the Knicks moved to Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, that's another one that they're going to sell out games. New York Knicks. Saquon Barkley at the Rams. 255 rushing yards. 302 from scrimmage with 2 touchdowns yesterday. My Lord. Our Ravens have scored on 4 straight drives, and Jackson finds a receiver there. That's 89. That's Bateman, right? For about 9 yards. Or is that Andrews? And Saquon Barkley, 1,392 yards this season. Henry, 1,299. But Henry's got more touchdowns, 15-12. Barkley got a few more receiving yards, 257-96. Pittsburgh and Baltimore have the hardest strength of schedule according to NFL. And yeah, and I agree with him. It's a very strong schedule. I mean, San Francisco is literally like 25 minutes apart from Oakland. I don't think it's that far. I'm pretty sure they run right into each other. Notice, depending on what part of Oakland and San Francisco you're in. Notice besides Saquon, they have Tua, who was seated comfortably on my bench. Why'd you bench him? Why'd you bench Tua? I'm happy that you've seen a Russ Super Bowl win. Again, Peyton Manning in Super Bowl 43. Seattle has a good future, and what a story for Geno Smith, still helping teams out. Yeah, Geno's growing on me. I wasn't so sure about him for a while, and there is a first down run to the outside. Baltimore barely gets that one. I think Ravens would hammer Henry now. I think they probably will. I mean, he just ran to the outside, got that first down. My team needs a new coach. All these guys getting injured. All stars on the bench. Fire Coach Wyatt. Just some cities in this country that are odd to put a professional sports team in, right? And stopped short of the line of scrimmage there. They knew it was coming. Bears ain't had a worthy coach in 20 years. They ain't got a worthy offense right now, that's for sure. Their defense is decent, but they almost won yesterday. Went to overtime, but like what professional athlete would want to play in Wichita, Kansas, right? I mean, I don't know, low cost of living. I might want to live there, maybe not play there. Jackson back. Is that a completion? Yes, it is. 3rd and 2. Sometimes he throws it so fast you can't even tell if the receiver caught it or not. Cleveland and Chicago, I think, are the two teams that have never had a real franchise QB. Bears could say Cutler, but what did he really do? Yeah, Baker Mayfield is coming through for Cleveland right now, though. He's having a great season. Third and 2 here for Baltimore at the 50. Oh, and running to the outside to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, all the way to the house. Wow, and that's number 43, Justice Hill, with the 51-yard touchdown rush. And Baltimore, I mean, they just about capped this game here. 29-16. They'll probably go for another 2-point conversion, though. Baker's in Tampa. Oh, that's right. Baker's in Tampa now. Cleveland parted ways with them because not getting along with his coaches. Bad idea. Winston is definitely making things entertaining in Cleveland. How could you not love that guy? Cleveland has Winston. Yeah, no, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking Baker was still there, but I know Baker's had a resurgence this year. I've always thought that guy had a lot of potential, Baker Mayfield. And 29-16, Justice Hill, 51-yard reception. And a cool name. All right, Ravens have scored on 5 straight drives. Like, how do you even deal with that? Here comes the extra point. And Ravens were only favored by 3. Remember I said take the money line, though, minus 166. If you listen to me once again, you'd have made some money. Listen to me next time, though. Listen to me next time, or try to beat me. Try to do better than me. Go over to DraftKings. I'm going to get you a hell of a start. Deposit $5 in a DraftKings account. Bet it. If you win that bet, you're going to get up to $150 back. And I get a bonus. What's up, Wyatt?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing?
Yeah, Hanging in there.
Good. Let me turn your
So-
sound up a little bit. We'll let him ask everybody how the sound is
Right, okay.
as I knock shit down.
So what do you think? This game's pretty much wrapped up? You think they got a chance of a comeback? What do you think's happening?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough.
I think they got a shot, though. They definitely got to be on point, but they got a shot.
I mean, it's 2 touchdowns. Yeah, it's not impossible.
For sure.
Going to be tough to do against Baltimore, and their defense is actually, playing well today too.
Yeah, it is weird, like you said, how the Chargers have the best defense of the league, at least points-wise, and then the Ravens have the best offense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little switcheroo.
For sure. Is that how you were measuring it, though, based off of, like, how many points they're scoring per game?
Yeah, they had just put up the stats there.
I'm surprised they have more than Cincinnati, because it feels like Cincinnati has, like, 40 points every single week.
Yeah, Cincinnati is scoring a lot.
They must be second, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine too. Yeah. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 7.5 minutes. I mean, they're going to get the ball back now. If they score quickly, they're going to need to stop. Yeah, certainly possible.
I'm going to have to line this thing up with you. I think I'm ahead again. Are you at 7 minutes, 10 seconds?
I think so. I'm in a commercial right now.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll pause it for now.
Okay. Sweet. Oh, you have ESPN.
No. I'm at a house right now that has basic cable. And about, I would say 20% of the time, 1 in 5 is probably right, they have Monday Night Football. But the rest of the time they don't, and I have to find it on my computer if I want to watch it. So.
Oh, well, it's on ABC too, so I forgot about that. All right, there's the kickoff. Yeah, I got 7:24, and they're running it back. It'll be probably 7:10 here.
Okay.
To the 30, to the 40, to the 45. Wow, 7:16 actually.
Come on, man. You're still behind?
Just ran out of bounds. Yep.
What do you think about, like, they always give the MVP to a quarterback now, right? Like, when was the last time somebody won the MVP who wasn't a quarterback?
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while though. I don't think it's going to be this year. At least at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to be a QB though.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's between Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry.
I would say the exact same thing. However, I think politically they still always give it to a quarterback, do they not? Or is it just, like, I guess running back's another popular position. It just feels like every time that I remember, it's Peyton Manning, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, it seems like it's been that way for a while. Let me see if I can bring up some stats on NFL MVPs.
I just find it surprising that they do that.
Let's go back the last 10 years and see if... Oh, let's see who were the last 5 MVPs. Oh, yeah, last 5 are all running backs, yeah. Aaron Rodgers, quarterbacks, yeah. 2020, Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. 2017 was Brady. Let me see how far back you have to go. Oh, shit, you're right. 2014.
Long time, right?
Since 2012 when Adrian Peterson got it.
Jeez. Now, granted, Saquon and Henry are pretty close to Adrian Peterson level season. But I know, like, not quite, probably.
Yeah.
But Saquon's got to be close, if you include the receptions and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I've been...
Yeah, he's ahead of Henry yards-wise in rushing and passing, or rushing and receiving.
Yeah, Henry, I think, has been pretty dominant touchdown-wise.
Yeah, he's got 15, and Barkley's got 12. Oh, there's a bomb from Herbert. Oh. Palmer could have caught that.
What's your time at now?
7:05, incomplete pass.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. Do you realize Aaron Rodgers has won 4 MVPs?
Doesn't surprise me. Because he's only really competing against quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know he'd won a few. Yeah.
Let me know when they hike the ball here, or have they?
All right, hike right now. 7:04, 3, 2. Oh, there's the sack and a flag. They stopped it at 7:01.
Yeah, I think we're on par here.
All right. Steeler Nation's Chargers got to do something quick. That comeback with Bengals was amazing. Josh Allen should win MVP, so I think it's a good shot for him to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, potentially he's a quarterback, so he's got a good chance.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with you though, Mike. I think it's one of those two guys. Granted, I don't know a hell of a lot of what's going on defensively, but they never give it to defense. So.
No, like never. I mean, that's probably why they have Defensive Player of the Year, because they know they're never going to give it to him.
But isn't that gross that they do that? Because I think they have
Player
of the Year too.
3rd and 18. Herbert overthrows the receiver flat. Oh, if that's a pass interference, that's huge.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Oh, what a bonehead play if he interfered with that one. Okay, I agree with that. 6:39 left here in the game.
Big ref was about to ruin the game there.
Right? Might be getting Jones and Aspinall next year, says Torin. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, but that's how everybody's talking. Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely would have been pass interference if it was catchable.
Yeah.
I'm still not so sure that that's not pass interference. Well, if he keeps running,
they can call a penalty on every single play if they wanted to.
I mean, you can, but I mean that was definitely a lot of holding. It's just, I think that pass might have been catchable. You run that route, I'm not sure. All right, San Diego's going to have to punt, and that really lowers their chance of winning this game. San Diego down at about the 8-yard line. Bears have never beat Rodgers, even after playing Green Bay twice every season. Really? That sucks. Yeah.
I mean, they've been tragic this year up until they got the coaching change, which seems to have improved. Didn't they do really well this week?
Yeah, they've been doing much better. I want to say they won. I think they only won by a field goal, but they won.
I thought they lost to the Vikings, but I might be wrong.
Oh, did they? Oh, they lost by a field goal to the Vikings. You're right.
In overtime, though, and I think the Vikings are top 3 teams in the league, so that's insanely impressive to me. Because they also lost to 2 games ago. They only scored 3 points against the Patriots, and the Patriots are one of the worst teams in the league. So,
okay, here's my number 2 betting advice for the NFL season for everybody this year. You know what my number 1 is?
Yeah.
Watch the Minnesota Vikings. They win all, they're 9-2. Every game almost is close though here, especially like in the last 4 or 5 weeks. They go down and they actually become an underdog on the live odds almost every game. So I just wait for that to happen. Bet on them as an underdog, and I mean, they've been winning most of these close games.
Right.
If anybody wonders, the number 1 advice in the NFL is bet on the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, mine's a little different. I would say bet on the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs. That'd be my advice.
Yeah. But I mean, the refs are going to bail them out most of the time.
I mean, didn't you say something finicky happened this week?
Oh, that they actually had a play called against them. I mean, it was legit, but it was towards the end of the game. I was actually surprised. The refs called it down the middle, but Mahomes came back, ran like 30-some yards or something to set up the game-winning field goal.
I honestly just think they have to do that to try to stay under cover, even though it's so obvious.
Yeah, well, and I mean, let's be real. Patrick Mahomes is very good in the fourth quarter.
With help, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Steelers Nation says, in all seriousness, Tom is the biggest challenge in heavyweight for John Jones. Agreed. Jones just has way too many weapons in his arsenal. He's literally been fighting people in like 7 generations. He's definitely been an impressive fighter. I don't think much of him as a human being, but what was that?
I said the most impressive.
Yeah.
He's exceptional in every way. It's just one of the exceptional ways is like exceptionally shit.
just the personal life. Man, Connor's giving him a run for his money and biggest POS in the league, though.
He's still got some work to do, but yeah, a few more rape lawsuits found guilty, yeah, he'll take over.
So you think Jones is ahead of Connor? See, I think Connor's ahead of Jones.
I think in terms of stuff that they've been convicted of and seen publicly, yeah. But we also know that, I mean, as messed up as this is, Jones seems to do better while intoxicated than Connor, which is a crazy statement because Jones done a lot of fucked up shit intoxicated.
I mean, he hit a pregnant lady while he got a DUI, and remembering COVID, he just went out in public and started shooting his gun in the air while he was drunk and then headbutted that cop car.
Well, the cop car one was when he went to Vegas to receive an award, remember?
Oh, that was a totally separate one.
Oh, okay. Well, he headbutted the cop car in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the other one was in New Mexico when he started shooting. He just got bored during COVID and just went out in the middle of town and started shooting his gun up in the air with a bottle of Jorge Masvidal whiskey next to him.
Legendary. See, that's what I'm talking about. Exceptional behavior.
Hey, go big or go home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he got big and fat for that Cyril Gahn fight. I still don't get that. Can somebody explain that to me? He's like, oh, I'm going to be the biggest, strongest. It's like, dude, you're obese, bro. What are you doing?
Right.
When you weigh 248, like, what the hell was the point of that? I still don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Steeler Nation says Roger has more NFC championship losses and more MVP wins than Super Bowls. Rodgers is such an overrated QB in my opinion, and this is easily his last season. I know he wants out of the Jets now. He has not played good since everybody came back from COVID. Yeah, well, of course, that injury.
Are you getting this animation on your screen of Derrick Henry in a bumper car?
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So legit. Smashes everybody out of the way.
This looks like something that comes on when you take edibles, and it's just, you know, it's time when you take edibles, sometimes I feel like just weird shit just happens to come on. Like that's...
I'm just fascinated by how accurate that is. That was well done. I like it.
Yeah, it was. 2nd and 7, 3.5 minutes left. Yeah, I think Baltimore's pretty much wrapping this up now. Yeah, there's another first down.
There's a flag, though.
Well, that'll come back. I mean, you gotta kind of be pissed off, I think, if you're the Chargers, though. Like, you stopped Derrick Henry the room before. It's like, you know you got to stop Derrick Henry. And I think they stopped him at the line of scrimmage, like the play or two before. And all of a sudden, this guy named Justice Hill breaks out for a 51-yard touchdown.
That is a freaking awesome name, like you said.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is an underratedly awesome name that nobody's going to talk about, even though it's fictional? Isn't Apollo Creed like the coolest name ever?
That's pretty badass. Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
What is he doing? He's dancing around.
2nd and 14. Yeah, I don't know what that was about at all. He's gonna stop to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, that's a good thing that happened for this to not give him MVP. What the hell is he doing there? They just have to point to that play where he just bounces around.
Yep. Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. It's between those two.
There could be a guy in the defense we're unaware of, though.
James says Casual's been claiming Duck for months, not understanding the game Bones is playing. Every dedicated MMA fan wants to see Aspinall versus Jones.
Man, I'm sick and tired of Jones' games, man. All of them. The last 2 decades of Jones' games, I'm pretty sick of it, to be honest.
Right, but I cut him slack for the Stipe fight. As uncompetitive as it was, I mean, things got way more heated when he got injured. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to take that fight away from Stipe. He's not the one that got injured. I wouldn't agree with penalizing him. So I get that now, and now you got to fight Aspinall.
With all due respect, I think you have to take the fight away from Stipe. Because, dude, the UFC is ruthless in what they do, and you gotta keep the train moving on the tracks, and they just stalled it and moved it backwards, and I can't believe they do that shit.
Do you think that was a marketing thing, or do you think that was totally a favor to John Jones?
The Stipe fight?
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be a favor to John Jones. Especially when they kind of... Dude, like, we saw Stipe walk into the arena, and, like, you can tell his knees aren't what they were.
Oh, yeah.
We knew he wasn't going to be the same guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was honestly, like, significantly worse than I thought.
And you haven't fought for 4 years, and you're 42? Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It was horrible.
Who's that dude who looks like he fights underwater? Maurice Green or something? No, that's not him. No, that's not him. That's,
he went to PFL. I think he might have gotten cut from PFL, too.
No, that is Maurice Green. That's not who I was trying to think of, though. There's another big black dude who's about the same height. I think he's 6'6".
I think I know who you're talking about, and he just does not throw shots.
No, he just punches so slow, I can't believe it's even possible. Anyway, that's what Stipe looked like to me. Like, you could see the punch pumping, it looked like a full second before it got there. That's a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Stiller Nation says John. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Stiller Nation says John will only fight Tom if it's for his biggest payday of his career. I think he's gonna get that. James attempted to tell folks Bones is pretending to be disinterested to milk money from the UFC. It's been pimping number one contenders.
I'm not sure, though.
I think that's part of it. I mean, Jones has been talking about money. He talks about money, and then he talks about retiring. So, I mean, he's definitely been trying to get everything he can, but I believe he signed like an 8-fight contract, too. Like a couple fights ago.
You know how there's guys like Cowboy Cerrone who say, like, I don't give a shit about legacy or any of that. I just want to fight all the time and make as much money as I can?
Yeah.
I think Jones talks a little bit like that, but I think Jones cares a ton about his legacy.
Oh, 100%.
Like, despite him being, they're doing all the coke and being a crackhead and shooting guns in the air and all the shit he does that just seems like he doesn't give a fuck about anything. I think that's one of the few things he really cares about.
Oh, yeah. At the end of the day, I think he thinks he's going to be on that Mount Rushmore of sports. Like Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, John Jones.
Dude, how is Mike Tyson on there? I still don't understand that, personally.
Personally, I guess I don't put him on there anyways. I don't think he's
the great. I mean,
but
that's the first name you said.
But if you go fame wise in the 80s and 90s, like most people still put him up there. But yeah,
well, so are we putting Michael Jackson up there?
I think Lennox Lewis is the greatest heavyweight of all time. Most people will argue with me.
What about Elvis Presley? They're more famous than these guys. We're going off fame alone.
I heard he could throw a good judo chop too.
There we go.
Oh, Herbert sacked. A flag on this play, but so Jason Kagan says every dedicated MMA fan wants to see Rampage versus Paul, and Rampage is driving the A-Team van. Did you see that Rampage challenge Jake Paul to an MMA match?
No, but that'd be really cool.
What else are we gonna see? Is anything surprising anymore? You got 58-year-old men coming out of retirement, and pretty sure he was wearing a diaper in the back there for a minute.
Oh, that was so gross, man.
Yeah.
Ass.
Oh, yeah, like the chaps
So
or whatever.
disrespectful.
Yeah. Did you see the speculation around that too? People were saying that like it was some kind of embarrassment ritual.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I know it wasn't. People were fucking morons, but
there's a reason they got his son to interview him back there, because he's walking around naked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you come back, Herbert.
I don't know if you're lined up with me, but Mr. Quentin Johnston can't catch a ball.
Yep, 253, 3rd and 5, yeah.
Holy
Can't
crap.
bring it in. Dude, right on his hands again, too.
Good thing you guys have the best defense in the world.
Well, it's not going to help him now.
On the screen right now?
Oh, this lady is awesome. I want a gif of this lady. Oh, that was incredible.
He's like, I would have caught that shit, you bum.
That was incredible. What if she had money on the game?
Man, it sucks to be Herbert.
Oh, yeah, and the rush just came in. He is down.
He's the only quarterback that I've heard of this year, at least, that's played every game with like 7 different injuries. And they never know if he's going to make it to the game, but he just shows up all broken anyway.
Yeah, and yeah, he's so good too.
Imagine if he was healthy.
Yeah. Maybe they should let him rest a couple games and get healthy. I know they're 7-3, but
you know how badly they get smashed without him? I feel like he's such an important piece. It's like when Tua left Miami, and all of a sudden they're like a Division III college team.
Yeah, 4th and 9 here. Los Angeles has got to go for it, and they get it. Yep.
Who is that? McConkey?
I think it is Conkey. You've seen Trailer Park Boys, right?
I have not. No.
You're from Canada and you haven't seen. You got to watch Trailer Park Boys.
Is it Canadian?
Yeah, they're in Canada.
What part of Canada are they in?
I want to say Saskatchewan.
Oh my god, that's rough.
Yeah. It's rough. It's a rough trailer park they live in. It's a crazy show, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware it's crazy. That one guy with the glasses called Bubbles, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought you'd notice the McConkey guy. There's a character in it. You'll have to watch this. They name him Conkey. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No sane man gonna condone Jones for beating one. Wait, what? Oh, condone Jones. I hear you, King James. Yeah.
What did you think he did?
I don't know. My mind flipped it to no sane man gonna blame Jones for beating women. Maybe I don't know. Torrance said, I've seen some people defending Connor about what he did, but let it be Jones, who had that same allegation on him. Nobody would be defending him. I agree, Torrance.
Rob's in here. Rob will defend him. Maybe not for the act, but he'll be like, you gotta separate the athlete from...
Oh, I did see a ton of that online, though. People are saying, oh, she's lying, Connor's innocent. And you know what? Maybe her story doesn't sound the greatest. Even if he didn't do it, it's like, can you stop sleeping with a different woman every week? Dude, you're fucking married. You're on yachts. Like, did this lady lie about you punching her in the stomach and pushing her off a yacht, too?
Shit's insane.
Oh,
I do feel bad for his wife, to be honest. I know, like, life made because she has all this money and stuff.
Yeah.
I think she's really struggling, to be honest with you.
I seen that text, and I'm telling you, and I got your back on this one. You got to go after D, dude. You got to go after D. I think you got a chance. You know, she's cheated on all the time. She's a cute blonde, and she's rich. I mean, you'd be set for life.
I'm pretty sure her hair is like dark brown, but okay.
Is it dark brown? Who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Jones's wife.
Who, the pincushion, the punching bag.
Girlfriend or whatever. Hey, don't insult her like that. It's not her fault.
It isn't her fault. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you have that much stress in your life, you're probably bald.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is Jones going to allow her to have any hair? Is just going to rip it all out?
That's why he got a new wig. He can at least he can afford a new wig. Shit's fucked.
James
So
said
these guys
rape.
got catch? What is going on? Oh, he might have tipped that a little bit.
Yeah, seems like he still could have came in with that, though. I'm feeling bad for Herbert now, too. King James says raping is unforgivable if true. Yes, sir.
No,
Only fools think Jones is afraid of Tom's Torn. No, I don't think he's afraid of him. I mean, I think it wasn't his first chance at a matchup because I think he thinks it's a harder fight than Pajeda. I think he thinks he could take Pajeda down, and it's an easier matchup.
Look at this one-man army go.
Oh, my goodness, man. And he runs and see what the flag is, but yeah. Herbert knocking everybody over. Really? Just give it to him, refs. Come on. Just be like, you know what? Take it. Baltimore's like, no, we decline. We decline the penalty. Please give him the first down.
They should just have the whole team sit, like all the rest of the players that are on the field, sit down so they can't get a penalty, and he'll just do it all himself.
Pretty much. Maybe give him one receiver. Give him Parker or somebody, yeah.
Don't give him freaking Quentin Johnson.
No.
Don't do that.
2nd and 20. Yeah, I feel bad for him on that one. That was not good.
Holy crap, he caught the ball.
Yep. And got out of bounds.
That's my dude. That's the guy I'm playing today. Will Disley. Let's go.
Oh, nice. You get picked up Disley? He's a decent tight end. He was pretty good over in Seattle.
I'm just recycling through tight ends at this point. I had Evan Ingram who got hurt immediately.
Time remaining, 1:38 left in the game, James.
I've had 5 different tight ends this year. So
damn.
Yeah. You've had a lot too.
Yeah, I've shuffled through a few. I've started I don't know how to say his name, and Jekwu, I guess his name. Most weeks. But
Njoku, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sucked a lot of the time though, hasn't he? I guess all the tight ends have.
Yeah, I mean he's done more than my other crappy tight ends I've been able to pick up. Jay says depends on the woman. My little sister, hell yeah, Bones, throw an elbow for me. What? Jason. Oh God, Jason. What'd your sister ever do to you? It says, I've seen my little sister caveman's head in with wrecking bars. Oh. Jason's family is from American Psycho. No. Or what is that? American Horror Story.
Okay, so you got McConkey and you got Disley that have not dropped the ball that I've seen. So why are we throwing it to anybody else ever at this stage? Because nobody else can hold on to anything.
Yeah, no, definitely don't throw it to that one. Who's the jackass? Quentin.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I think he's the wide receiver 1 on their depth chart too, which is really sad.
Really? I figured Parker would be.
I don't think so.
Huh. That's crazy. Well, he's not having a good night tonight.
I mean, has he ever? This is the 3rd game that I've seen part of, at least, for the Chargers, and he's been doing this every game. Just drop after drop.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, Herbert deserves better.
All right, Herbert, 4th and 6, buddy.
Yeah, we need some free Herbert signs. All right, Herbert back. Yeah. Oh, that's got to be pass interference. Yeah, there's the flag. He just rips him to the ground.
I don't know, man. I still wouldn't have thrown to anybody not with Disley or McConkey's last name, but it worked out. Jeez.
Yeah, just takes him out. fine.
Yeah, like that's horrible. Eh? He's literally gonna catch it.
Yeah.
His arm away.
First and 10. Well, he might at least get another touchdown here.
Here we go.
He's gonna run it. Run into the 20, to almost trying to get out of bounds. Oh, he should have slid there. I hope he didn't get hurt. Nope, he just pops right back up. This dude's like freaking Terminator.
I mean, everything's already broken anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
He's like Hulk Hogan. He broke all his muscles.
Don't you know Hulk Hogan broke his leg? That right when he first tried out for wrestling, they broke Hulk Hogan's leg.
Oh yeah, for sure. Broke everything.
Yeah.
Broke every part of his body, I'm sure. And then he walked. But have you heard the story? Because after he got his leg broken, he went. He's like, I'm not a quitter. And I went back the next day and took another ass. It's like, dude, so you
with a broken leg.
Makes sense.
He is an All-American. He fights for the right of every man, Wyatt.
He's hilarious.
Oh, and Herbert, yeah. Why'd you throw to him again? Yes, he did. What are you thinking, Herbert? Nobody else was open. He's just like throws the ball, like close my eyes and pray that this guy can catch it. But
he must have got concussed on the last play.
All right, you can address Torrin here. I want to hear your response. I think Tom is fairly easy fight for Jones. To what does Tom bring to the table that Jones hasn't already seen before? I think Jones embarrasses Tom, if I'm being completely honest.
He's way bigger than anybody Jones ever fought, for one, other than Stipe, who was a grandfather.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think Stipe literally is a grandfather.
These guys are marching with pass interference here.
Right?
It's a little late.
Defense. That foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
Well, good thing Baltimore was only 3-point favorites for those out there playing the spread.
Their defense is just not good.
Oh, yeah, you can't grab a guy around the waist like that and then push him down.
All righty.
Touchdown Chargers. They're in business. Just need an onside kick. And then they should have about 40 seconds to score another touchdown.
I mean, if they get enough pass interference calls, they'll just put him in the end zone to start.
Right? I think they should go for 2 here, though.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it makes just barely more sense than it did for Baltimore earlier.
That was so dumb.
Yeah, I'm like,
It literally makes no sense at all.
Well, you're up by 7 and you can go up by 8 and you go for 2. Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Makes literally no sense. Like, they were just being cocky, basically.
Yeah.
It's like playing a video game being cocky, but you have, like, an NFL team doing this.
Oh, they just got to freaking delay a game, I think, unless the clock's wrong.
That won't matter.
Yeah.
Little Dicker's got this.
Yep. Like, yeah, don't miss an extra point for me, little Dicker. Like my Seahawks did last week, or on Sunday.
Let me know when they hike the ball here. I want to make sure that I'm lined up and a little off.
All right. All right, there's the snap, there's the kick, and good. Okay. So yeah, 46 seconds. I mean, if for somehow they get the onside kick, that's definitely doable.
Yep, totally.
I mean, there's only 20. They had 24 seconds left in the half, and took it all the way across the field to get a field goal. Imagine this one goes into overtime.
I'd be down.
Heck yeah. King James says Tom may hit harder, but Bones has been there before. Jones dominates everywhere else. I can't wait for that fight if it happens.
Do you know what I think might actually happen, and it'll make me lose my absolute mind? I think it might be a Chris Weidman type fight. Couldn't you see that?
Oh, like a leg check kind of thing,
No,
or
like eye poke city.
Oh, okay. All right, here's our onside kick. Almost nobody ever gets these. I mean, they weren't too far off from getting it, but nope. That's gonna be it. Hey, good effort, Los Angeles.
Brutal.
Should have stayed in San Diego. One way to find out, but I think Tom gives John a struggle. James can't remember last time I see heavyweights reach fifth round, except for Ngannou versus Lewis.
I think one of the things that, like, you guys are sort of talking about, but can be overlooked, is how comfortable they'll be if they actually do fight each other. Because Jones is so calm, game plans so well, as everybody talks about, but his ability to just not be nervous at all in there, because he's been there so many times.
Yeah.
And then I personally feel, if you watch Tom fight, Tom's very nervous when he fights. Like, it's not... like, he doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look like he's done this over and over again.
He looks a lot different than he does, when he's outside of the cage, because he kind of seems like, Tom Cool when he's not fighting.
And jumpy and just seems to make the wrong decision on occasion. You can see that he's incredibly skilled, but his ability to put it together in the cage is far, far, far inferior to Jones.
So if Jones jumps on him quickly, he could catch him in that moment.
Yeah, and I think if he's patient with it and waits for an opening, because they'll present themselves.
Yeah.
If he's still fast enough, he could definitely take advantage. But he is old, so it'll be interesting if it does happen.
Yeah, James says recover kick, and they have a legit chance to score. Tom finishing opponents too fast to settle into fights. Yeah, it's had some quick finishes.
It's crazy. He finishes almost every fight in under 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, there are those fighters that are just like, they're super nervous. I mean, not to go back to him, but Mike Tyson was like that. He was always nervous.
I think that's a good point, though, with regards to his fights being so short. Because if you watch Tyson, or you, like, literally anybody who does anything when they're really nervous, they're nervous when they get there, but then they kind of, like, warm up into it, and then they calm down. Like, I can speak from my experience. If I'm in, like, way back in the day, a big game for basketball or something, I'll be really nervous ahead of time.
Yeah.
After the whistle blows and the game starts, it only takes, like, 30 seconds. I'm completely calm and just kind of in the moment.
Yeah, so, it's I know what you're talking about. It's crazy that nervousness, like, right before, that you don't usually have during the competition.
Yeah. So my thought is, does Tom have that? But because his fights are so short, and because it is already a very anxiety-provoking event, fighting somebody, does he never get to that state where he is able to calm down? Because if you watch him fight, it doesn't look like he's ever calm. It looks like he's bouncing around and freaking out the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and if anybody's going to expose it, it's Jones.
I mean, a young Jones would, but man, what, 38 now? 37 or 38?
Yeah. 37, yeah. I mean, as old as Stipe is, I am still impressed by that spin kick to the body. Like, that is not an easy kick to land, like, so accurately where he landed it.
The takedown was very impressive too.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be interesting because it's been a while since we've seen him. I mean, yeah, Cyril Gahn's young too, I guess, but since we've seen him face somebody like this, that we really think has a great chance. I was never big on Gahn in that fight.
I was.
Were you? Even with the broken hand?
I was much less confident once the broken hand.
Did you back Gahn in that fight?
I did, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. That's right.
I did, and then I bet on a site where you couldn't cash out, because I tried to cash out once they said, not said, but I saw the state of his hand being all puffy still. And I'm like, yeah, nah. And then I couldn't. I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, that was horrible. And that's one of those things where it's difficult with betting too. And it's like, you know what? It's like, you're not giving us all the information, but then at the same time, it's like, yeah, you kind of can't. So that's just really tough.
I mean, I'm fine with that one because Jones would have won regardless of Gaughan's health.
Yeah, for sure.
But I hate Jones so much. I so badly want him to be there when he finally loses.
A lot of people want to see him lose. King James says, clean shot from Tom will sleep anyone.
Yep, for sure.
Agreed. And Torrance says, Tony Ferguson kind of looks nervous in the cage these days. His reflexes are completely gone. He looks slow in that cage. Dude, Tony Ferguson needs to go to WWE, like now. And just fucking take him off his meds. Don't even allow him to go anywhere near his fucking meds. And just send him out there and let him write the entire fucking script. It's going to be TV gold.
I mean, if you hate Tony Ferguson, that's the way to go for sure. But
don't let him. Well, yeah, I mean, don't let him get hurt. But yeah, good point.
But also, WWE, those guys get tons of concussions, eh?
Yeah.
So we don't need more of that for Tony Ferguson.
You can just let him be like a Ronda Rousey, that only fights like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Or Brock.
Right.
Tony is way past his glory days. Says, yeah, James, yeah. For sure.
But he thinks he's just entering his prime. Just the whole problem.
Yeah. All right, Torrin, we'll hold you to it. Says, I'm telling you, Jones is going to make easy work of Tom. And you might be right.
I'd be so sad.
Well, Aspinall is a betting favorite, right?
Is
Slightly.
He
I believe he was in speculative. Let's see if they have it up on DraftKings right now. But I know the speculative odds, they had Aspinall a favorite. That was before the Stipe fight, though, I believe. So it was complete speculation. Let me see if I can find it. If they have it up. They should have it up now. Anthony Smith and Dominic Reyes. What a shit fight to bet on. I'll stay away from that. There's my Chase Hooper Clay Guida odds finally came out. Take a guess.
Minus 500.
750.
Jesus.
And I mean, fair, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Minus 500 seems more like it. But yeah, I don't give Guido much chance in that fight. And Chris Weidman and Eric Anders is rescheduled. Thank God. Everybody's happy about that one.
Oh my God. Can we just get rid of this guy? I fucking hate Chris Weidman. The eye poke king. I think you know how they talk about greatest of all time? We've talked about this before. Greatest of all time, and for me, that includes accolades, how good you were in your prime, how long your prime was, all these different things. But best of all time is where like Mike Tyson would shine, where it's just like when he was at his absolute best, how does he compare to other people?
Yeah.
I think Chris Weidman is the best eye poker of all time.
It's hard to argue.
Pardon?
Said, yeah, it's hard to argue. He's
last two fights, he's winning by eye poke knockouts.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible?
Yeah. Yeah, and we've seen a similar fight this last week in Cage Warriors where it had to end on fouls, and what did they do? They went to the scorecards. They didn't give the guy that was fouling a knockout.
Jeez. It's ridiculous. And then Dana White came out and like, yeah, so we made these new gloves to try to help eye pokes. They helped just a little bit. So we're going to go back to the old gloves for John Jones and Chris Weidman here. Like,
right. Yeah, that was crazy. Torrin Brown said, I'm very confident in Jones, just like I'm very confident Jamal Hill should be able to beat Yuri. Oh, you think you like Hill over Yuri too, huh?
Team Wyatt here. Team Wyatt, let's go.
Hey. All right, James said, would love to see Tom compete into 5th round, but wouldn't be shocked if Bone crashes him early in 1st round.
It would be nice to see a Tom fight go longer to see how he does in that.
Yeah, well, and we haven't seen Jones go long in how long? A long, since Dominic Reyes or Thiago Santos.
Back in the day when Jones sucked. I miss those days.
I mean, he's never really sucked. Nobody's beat him, but yeah. Well,
I mean, what do you mean nobody's beaten him?
I mean, yeah, Dominic Reyes did beat him, but they. Well, and you know what's funny too is how Dana, he'll let you know when he thinks there's a really bad decision. He'll throw a fit at the press conference. I don't remember him saying shit about Reyes and Jones. Do you?
No. I can see Jones getting Tom to the ground and submitting him. Yeah, I think there's a chance of that for sure. It's an interesting one though because Tom is really well rounded.
Yeah, that would probably be the first prop I would look for though. Is Jones by submission?
He started his career as a jiu-jitsu guy though, right? Aspinall? He started doing jiu-jitsu when he was like 4 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I know he was kind of one of those, one of the first guys that really grew up training martial arts, not just... Yeah, Tom Aspinall, minus 135 favorite. Jones opens as a plus 115 underdog. I don't think that will last long.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Aspinall opens as a minus 135 favorite. Jones plus 115 underdog.
Yeah, that is surprising.
And this is just from my Google on essentially sports, but I mean, I'm sure they're close. Everybody's got a little different odds, but.
You remember yesterday when you were saying that you thought you were going to lose fantasy football? Remember that?
Yeah, before the last night.
And then I told you that you had Saquon and Lamar, so there's a really good chance you're going to win. And then what did you win by, like 80 points or something?
Oh, jeez, I got to look at it now. But, I mean, Saquon Barkley got 74 points. Jesus.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Let's see here. Final update here.
Oh, what are you looking at? Fantasy now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just looking. Yeah, I won by 42. You're asking how much it won by 42.
42. This man thought he was going to lose and won by 42.
162 to 120. Sorry, nephew.
Do you remember when JJ Watt was in his prime? He had that one season where he scored like 3 touchdowns as a tight end. He was getting sacks and he was getting touchdowns on defense.
Yeah.
Led league in sacks and all that.
Yeah.
You know, he still didn't win MVP for that shit. I couldn't believe it. I understand now the politics of it, but since I've watched football, I think that's the most impressive season from any player I've ever seen, and that's including Adrian Peterson.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
So let's see who So 2012 was the last time anybody but a quarterback won it. Then you got to go back to 2006 when LaDainian Tomlinson won it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year before, Sean Alexander won it in 2005.
Sean Alexander won it? That surprises me.
Yeah, kind of surprised me too, to be honest. Even as a Seahawks fan, he was okay, but like, I don't know. Does anybody really want the guy that will run out of bounds every chance he gets? Like, that's the one thing that kind of bothered me about him.
I've never thought of him as being. I mean, granted, I was young when he played, but I've never thought of him as being good enough to win an MVP. That's crazy.
I think he had one really good season.
Right.
I think he was a good running back. I think he had one excellent season.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Did Lawrence Taylor win MVP?
Let's go back here. Let's just bring this up for everybody to look at since I'm talking about it.
1986, he was MVP.
Okay.
I wonder if has anybody won it on defense since him?
Probably not.
Probably not, because the politics must have taken
If anybody was going to get it, it would have been Deion Sanders. So let's see. You got Sean Alexander. Then you got to go back to, 2000, Marshall Faulk. Terrell Davis in 98. Oh, Barry Sanders in 97.
Yeah, Barry Sanders.
And then you have the era just Favre, 3 Favres, Steve Young. Oh, Emmitt Smith in 93. Thurman Thomas in 91.
Yeah, but see, none of these guys are on defense.
There you go. Lawrence Taylor, 86. Lawrence Taylor, that's the last one.
I couldn't believe it because J.J. Watt, I feel like J.J. Watt was their entire team because they had nobody on offense or defense but him. To the point where I swear to God, he led the team in touchdowns for half the year because he was scoring both sides of the ball.
Don't see much competition for Tom once Bones retires, says James. No, there's nobody at heavyweight because, I mean, it's rare that you get good heavyweights because they all go to the frickin' NFL. Because they make way more money. Oh. Didn't even notice I had lost Wyatt here. Didn't even notice I'd lost you.
Didn't the stream go down too? Or was that on my end?
Oh.
Anyway, doesn't
matter. I
matter.
don't know. Maybe it did. Let me see if I can tell here. Oh, I think it. Let me see. It's still up. I don't know. It might have cut out for a moment.
Right.
All right. Have a good one, James.
Torn says the only person I thought at heavyweight that could have potential to give John Jones a problem was Curtis Blades. I've honestly always felt like Curtis Blades has been overrated. I know you felt the opposite forever. We've been on the opposite side.
I thought Blades was the guy to challenge him too for quite a while, Torin.
Yeah.
He just can't frickin' game plan. I don't know. He's the best wrestler. I thought for a while he was the best wrestler at heavyweight. And then he gets a knockout or two and wants to strike with everybody, starts getting knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nelson Almeida could be a problem for Tom at heavyweight. He could be.
Do you remember this was one of the funniest fights ever when Blades fought Sergey Pavlovich and he just stood and banged with him until he got KO'd? Didn't even try to attempt to take down.
Yeah. I was well, I'm friends with him just on Facebook and we'll message back and forth. And I was I was literally sending him messages. Please stop striking. I'm like, I want to bet on you. Please stop striking. Probably pissed him off. No. It's probably like, I'll prove him wrong.
Wakes up. Did I win?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't quite say it like that, but I was like, dude, you're the best wrestler. Just wrestle. Take people down and beat them up.
Yeah, the Jailton Almeida one is interesting, and the issue is just the business side of things. Because I think if you ran this like a sport, and it's all about who wins and who loses, I think he's a really tough guy to beat.
Yeah.
But because of Dana and how they run things, and they want excitement, and it's literally not about who's the best. It's about who can fight the best whilst being exciting.
Yeah.
So... yeah, that part's a bit frustrating. But yeah, Jailton Almeida in just a straight up MMA fight where the refs aren't standing people up for stalling and all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I think he's top 3. I think it's Jones, him, and Aspinall, and the order can be debated. But I think it's those 3 guys.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Yeah, and he's only 33 years old. Tom's really young too, though. Is Tom even younger?
Yeah, I think Tom's 31. But you're saying they're young, but I mean, you look at the NFL, man, once a guy's 30, it's like he is ancient.
Yeah.
Like, they're past their prime in terms of, physical absolute prime. Except Jailton, because I think he's on some saucy stuff, but...
yeah. He's very smooth, too, though. I will say everything he does, the takedowns and everything, he's very smooth.
Yeah, no, he's great. He fights a lot like Chimaev did in his last fight. Very control-oriented. He's really good at the low single leg and low double leg.
Yeah, no, for sure. Torrance says Blades was actually beating Derek Lewis on the feet. when they fought until Lewis threw that Hail Mary to blow. That was just, yeah, that was kind of bad luck, that uppercut when he hit him.
He almost died.
Man, what a freaking shot. Jesus.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
He was out for like over 5 minutes, man.
That was scary. That was like literally scary. Like, are we going to see a death here?
He's had a lot of fights where he wakes up and probably wonders where the hell he is. He's pretty good at that.
Yeah,
Confusion.
it's like, dude, just wrestle, man.
Torn says Jailton is really a light heavyweight. Dude, that was a long time ago. I mean, I think Jailton's as much of a light heavyweight as Anthony Johnson was a welterweight. like that's not what they are. Because he fought he's fought Curtis Blades and other guys that are listed at 6'4". Jailton's listed at 6'3", and he's taller than all of them.
I thought he was listed taller than that. Okay.
I mean, he's tall. He's very clearly taller than Curtis Blades by a solid inch, I would say.
And Blades is listed at 6'4", I believe, right?
Yeah, but I mean, is he still? I don't know. Was he ever?
His disc might have been a bit compressed. I think that Dana talks to these guys back. I don't think they say it any, like, anything that you could pin them down on, but I think they make it very clear that you better stop that wrestling shit, holding people down. If you're not finishing fights, like, you're not making money.
Wouldn't it be cool? And I mean, you can disagree, but I think it'd be cool for a guy like Jailton to go somewhere else and just dominate. Because, I mean, I understand the money thing, but if you're not going to get promoted well anyway, because Dana hates you and you know that's a death sentence, like, how many times in a row is this man going to win the PFL thing?
Well,
I mean, there's the Francis Ngannou problem, I get that, but he doesn't seem to compete in the tournaments because he already has so many millions of dollars anyway. Who at fucking heavyweight in the PFL has a chance in hell against Jailton Almeida?
Oh, and here's the nobody. And you let him win a tournament, maybe two, and then you build up. It's like, who the hell else is Francis going to fight? And he gets a big payday there, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wonder how many fights he has left on his contract.
Well, that's the whole bloody problem, is Dana gets these guys locked in.
Oh, yeah, he waits till they have 2 fights left, and he's like, hey, you should sign another 8-fight contract.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing for the next 30 years of your life? You want to fight 15 times?
Remember when he signed Anderson Silva to an 8-fight contract? He was like 46. I'm like, what? I'm like, nobody in their right mind could possibly think that this guy could fight this contract out. I think Anderson believed he could, but
yeah, probably.
That's just, I mean, when you're that good, you gotta be a certain kind of delusional. You know, when you've been that good, you probably always think you can do it. Like Mike Tyson, I still think he probably thought he could beat Jake Paul.
Oh, for sure. I think he thought that exactly. Yeah. I definitely agree.
Jordan says Dana White is going to keep losing fighters here. If he doesn't start treating them better. Well, they got to have PFL has to stop playing on UFC's side though. Like they might as well. They're their own worst enemy.
I've seen it clearly as well. You've talked about it for so long, but I mean it is bad. The advertising, it's like, well, why don't we put an event on the same time the Super Bowl's on? It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But like, I would seriously not argue with an investigation to see like if they're working with the UFC. I'm 100% serious.
I mean,
I'm not the only one who said it.
Who's the other one? Jason?
No, Luke Thomas talked about it. John Fitch was talking about it on his podcast.
The thing that's hard for me to believe with that is, like, how is that working out financially? I don't understand. You mean like there's a couple like rats in the company that are somehow making that happen? Because they're losing a shitload of money all the time.
Yeah, I just none of it makes sense to me though. Everything they do, nothing makes sense.
I agree with that, but I think it's more likely that they're just dumb.
And then you got Bellator on HBO, which, like, anytime you can go on HBO, I think awesome, because they're not going to put up with shit production. And we seen how much better Bellator on there looked than PFL.
Yeah.
I mean, Bellator looked the best they ever had.
PFL.
Oh, what's that?
PFL, it's not hard to look better than PFL, though. PFL's amazingly bad.
Yeah. And you're probably right. You know, it's probably like, you know, when they have a movie that gets screwed up by, you know, executive producers that think they know more than everybody and they suck.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because if you're an owner of PFL and then you're in bed with Dana, it's like, how are you making money through this? Because PFL is losing tons of money on their own. Tons, like millions and millions and millions of dollars all the time. So if Dana is doing that, then it's like, is Dana paying them off? Because Dana would have to pay them off a lot of money for that to work. And overall, that doesn't sound like a net benefit for either party to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably wrong. I'm probably conspiring there. I just don't understand how you cannot at least figure out to make your events on different days.
Yeah.
Like at least they did it. At least they did it this time. But check this out. The UFC's off for Saturday, so they're like, "Hey, why don't we have our tournament at 10 o'clock in the morning on Black Friday?" That doesn't really make sense either.
Who's doing that?
PFL. There's no UFC this Saturday, so PFL is having their $6 million tournament at 10 in the fucking morning on Black Friday.
Where is it? Is it like overseas?
That's a good question.
Because if it's in Europe or specifically if it's in like Saudi Arabia or something, then that does make sense.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Saudi Arabia is there. It's like seems like that's the only way some of these guys can stay in business anymore. Take the Saudi money.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Saudi Arabia. They're having their freaking their $6 million championship in freaking Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
I wasn't even saying that because of the money. I was just like trying to line up time zones and places that they could go. And if it's at 10 a.m., that made sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense now. And if they've went over there a few times, and the Saudis overpay for everything. They don't care.
Well, they also enjoy it over there for sure. I know the audiences aren't as big. I know they don't make the money, but
yeah,
I think.
Well, and they have more money than God. They just want to be entertained. I think like you said.
Yeah, pretty cool in a way. All right, Torrin, what I noticed with Dana, when you kiss his behind when you actually stand up for yourself, you become enemy number one.
Yep. That's why Dana White dislikes Francis so much, because he actually stood up to Dana and didn't kiss his behind. Oh, yeah, he did it with Tito Ortiz. He did it with Rampage Jackson.
Yeah. Randy Couture.
Yeah. And since Torrin's on here, let's forget about what happened to freaking Tony Ferguson. I mean, that guy got screwed over so many times.
Yeah. But the thing is, Tony might be the best example in history for that.
Yeah.
But everyone does. Like, unless there's the few guys that get slingshotted at the top, your Conor McGregor's, your Sean O'Malley's, like Paddy Pimblett, the guys who he thinks could be big stars, right?
Yeah.
But then everyone else has it really rough in that way. And what I mean by that isn't like 50-50 split, like some guys get it good, some guys get it bad. I think almost everybody gets it bad, because what you'll notice is you look at like the lightweight title. Who fights for the lightweight title? The same freaking guys over and over and over again. So
True.
If you're a guy building your way up, how are you ever supposed to get a title shot without going on a 10-fight win streak? Because you got like Gaethje, Poirier, Conor, Islam, like Charles, Dustin. These guys all just fight each other over and over and over again.
Yeah, even Chandler. Chandler, as much as, he's lost more than he's won, but he's fought pretty much everybody.
He's got his name to be one of the top dudes.
Yeah.
So it's like, a few wins and you can get a title shot. It's just bullshit. Because think about if you're a guy, like a new guy, you have a record of like 12-1 or 12-2, and you're really, really good, and you just get into the UFC, how many times are you going to have to win? And more importantly, how many years are you going to have to wait, regardless of wins, in order for Dana to give you the shot. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Torrance says Corey Anderson stood up to Dana's wide as well. Oh, yeah, and Dana's like, have a nice day.
I mean, yeah, nice for Corey. It actually worked out for him because a lot of these guys, it doesn't work out well for them.
Yeah, he went over to Bellator and made some money.
Especially at the Corey Anderson level, where you're like, top 5 to 10 guy, arguably top 4 at his very best, but you're not that elite of the elite, and to go somewhere else and for it to work out, like that was like an uncommon occurrence, I would say.
Yeah, I think Ryan Bader did it better than anyone.
Yep.
He went over there and just made a shit ton of money.
I think one guy did it a little better than him, though. I think the best of all time at that is Francis.
Oh, yeah, because of all the money he made in boxing and then in PFL, yeah.
Well, they literally have to lose money every time Francis fights, because Francis gets what, $5 million a fight or something crazy. It's a lot, man. And then his opponents, was it $2 million minimum? $2
million minimum, yeah.
So like they can't make money when Francis fights. It's impossible.
Yeah. Torrance says that another horrible thing Dana did that I think was wrong, even Rampage Jackson hated, when he took fighter sponsorships with the shorts. Yeah, that was horrible. Oh yeah, and then complain about their sponsorships, and now they have all these shit sponsors.
Yeah, because then guys are complaining like, "Hey, I'm not making any money on the Reebok deal, now the Venom deal," and it's like especially the lower tier guys. I mean, it goes both ways, but they would make what 90%, 85% of their money from sponsorships.
Yeah. And like, I'm sorry, I know Condom Depot might not sound like the most professional sponsorship, but I think it's a more legit sponsorship than Crypto.com.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I own crypto, but come on, it's a freaking crapshoot.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. That was like one of the craziest things ever when they changed that. It changed the whole look of everything as well. But can you imagine being like, if you look at a big star, the biggest stars get what, $40,000 from Reebok or Venom, 50 at very most.
Yeah, I think 50 is like the max. I think 50 might be the max.
That's actually insanity.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So that I don't even understand how anybody let him get away with that. Because I understand that the UFC, in terms of the workers, get money from that, right? Yeah. Dana specifically, all the head honchos. But if you're a fighter and your income is almost entirely sponsorship, how can you let this guy do that? Like, I'm surprised a union didn't form immediately.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes with keeping the union out than we know about. I'm sure there's some tough guy shit that goes on in the back.
Probably.
So, all right, I think I'm going to cut this one out and go see if the wife's got some dinner.
Okie dokie. Have those heart attack potatoes, bro. Don't die.
All right, later, man. Thanks for calling it.
All right, bye.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's cool to have some, get some views action on something besides MMA for the football games. Let's do Thursday night football. I don't know if I'll do anything before then. I'm off all week, but definitely Thursday night football. Then we got PFL on Friday. We'll have football on Sunday. Oh, yeah, Thursday night football, Thanksgiving. So if I don't see you there, happy Thanksgiving. If I don't see you before, hope to see you there. I'll do at least one game on Thanksgiving. And have a good night, everybody.